Welcome, everybody, to TCL Season 2, where we have an awesome matchup between Team Monkey Brains and Team Coinflip. Wait, I don't think that's right. Sorry, Luciv's Aphelios build from the other day kind of confused me. It was a year old.
It's understandable. It's understandable.
Welcome to TCL Season 4, where tonight we have a banger showdown between Team Blood Monies and the Mariachi Mullets. I'm Bully. This is Fruge. How you doing?
What's up, Bully? Good to talk to you. Dude, we got the Battle of the Undefeateds, even if they're only 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0 gaming, but you know what? That's okay. You can only be 1-0, so I'm not going to flame you for that yet. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty fun game, honestly. I thought, I got the honor and the privilege of casting the Blood Monies versus MPH game last week, and that was an adventure. And then Mariachi Mullets had an actually, kind of clean series, so yeah, it should be pretty fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, in my opinion, so far, the top teams in the league are already starting to distinguish themselves. I think the Mariachi Mullets are probably one of them.
Yeah.
Team Blood Monies is probably one of them, and I think the Pickles on Pizza is probably our third top 3 team. In no particular order, but I mean, this should be a really fun matchup to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Mariachi Mullets looked really clean in some of the games. A little bit of a mess here and there, but you're never really going to see too messy of gameplay, I think. Maybe I'll jinx him, but when you see Rookstout in particular in the jungle, always a super stable player for his team, and I think he kind of showed that a lot last week. And then for Blood Monies, it was kind of the exact opposite, where just chaotic gameplay, bounty throws left and right, but
yeah.
In the end, they used, those objective bounties are in the game now for a reason, right?
Objective bounties are broken.
May as well abuse them while you got them. So they definitely took advantage of them quite a bit and got themselves off to a pretty big lead, even though, maybe it falters here and there. And also this, I want to highlight that Spurg, actually, he got a lot of love last time in chat. I wonder if he'll get it this time. But dude had an absolutely monster series, so it's going to be interesting to see if tonight he can match up against the 2-time champ and 3-time finalist Rookstout.
Yeah, I think him and Rook actually have very opposite styles of jungling. Spurg really looks to be proactive, looking for his laners, and looking to kind of do everything. Rookstout, more of a methodical jungler. He looks for his openings, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's quite as aggressive as Spurg style tends to be.
No, definitely very different. As we get into the draft here, we got a Zeri ban and a Hecarim ban. That's not surprising. Red side Hecarim, I think, makes sense. TF away from Blood, that's probably just his. I can't imagine Abron pulls that one out.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff. And Renata Glask is not yet available to be picked in TCL. She will be available by, I believe, week 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's definitely got to feel good, because I don't know about you, but I think that champ is annoying as hell. And
it is quite annoying, and IREP has been practicing it. So yeah, he would definitely be
That's
pulling
such
it
an
out if it
IRAP
wasn't
champ.
banned.
That's
Yeah,
actually funny.
very
That's
much an
such an.
IRAP
I
champ.
hadn't even thought about the fact that IRAP is in this game. Yeah, that's such an IRAP champ.
Yeah,
Okay, so
no.
it'll be fun to watch him when that champ is available. But Azir ban, that's got to be targeted at Abarn, and then the Ornn, Zilla is on Abarn's team. Honestly, I was gonna say something about the way he plays top lane, but it doesn't even matter. He's on Abarn's team, right? So he's playing a tank no matter what. And if this is a Jarvan lock, that's a takeaway from Spurg and
Bird,
a
yep, I was
super
about
Rook
to
Stout,
say.
super comfort pick for Rook Stout. So I like that.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. I don't think he'll be doing his Grasp build. I think he'll go back to the Conqueror this time.
Yeah, I
But,
think Conqueror is definitely optimal. Do
yeah,
not do Grasp.
Conqueror definitely the best, going
That
into that
seems
Gore
troll.
Drinker plus Death Dance build, which has become very popular due to the buffs.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely pretty cracked. We
And
got
looks like
Zaya.
we're going to have the R1 Zaya in response. And D-Brand's personal, I believe, favorite champ has been a
Yay.
lot of... He's been playing a lot of Braum, but the Zaya Rakan
Playing
matchup
Rakan.
is a good little combo. I don't know how much D-Brand plays Rakan,
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him play Rakan, but Speedy is very well practiced on the Zaya, so no worries there.
Yeah, Zaya
Gonna be
Zaya
interesting.
and Speedy, yeah, good combo there, all
Do
by
you think
itself.
do you think he's gonna take advantage of the new crit build, or do you think there's any chance we see some Speedy tech with like a new old
With
crit build?
lethality,
Yeah,
I'd be surprised given the buffs to the crit build. I mean,
yeah,
I just
sure.
think there's so much damage and so much oomph has been added back into the E and the Poppy pickup.
Yeah, that's interesting because it can't be jungle, right? So
Yeah, it's probably going to
unless it's
Zilla,
Jarvan and lane.
possibly IREP.
No. Oh, it could be IREP. So this could be. So that's
Oh no,
probably
that
IREP.
okay, yeah, that is IREP.
That's got to be IREP. I was gonna say the Jarvan support is a favorite of IREP's, but it is gonna be the Maokai locked in. Pretty obnoxious champion, especially if he gets any kind of control. He makes contesting Drakes.
Absolute hell.
Yeah.
It's absolute hell.
If you don't get prio and get into the river before he can set himself up, it is pretty miserable to walk in there. So, gonna be a big deal. And
Yeah,
Set picked up for the Team Blood Monies. That's a super comfort pick for Bovie. So should be mirrored, I think. Well, no, actually, 80 carry and jungle not picked. So should probably see some bans targeted towards that. Now you're gonna see Aurelia away
As it
from
looks like
Abraham.
Aurelia is being taken away from it. They're probably just going to try and pinch Abarn's champion pool. I'd expect
Yeah.
something like the Rise possibly to be taken away here, as Fizz
Yeah,
taken away from
Fizz.
Blood. Makes sense.
It's actually interesting because Abarn and Blood have pretty differing like champion pools. So
Oh, completely different.
yeah, banning each other out, you get a lot of value out of those because you're not banning your own mid laner out, right? Like it's not like Abarn was probably ever playing Fizz or
No.
I mean Blood might try Aurelia. I mean he's played it when he was a top laner, but I've never seen him play it mid lane. So
Blood being new to mid, it's going to be interesting to see as the season goes on if he specifically tries to look for champions that will pinch out other mid laners, because he is new to the role.
Yeah, and his champ pool is pretty unique as far as TCL mid laners go, at least. He plays a lot of champs like Fizz and TF, and he does play the Cassidy as well, which are like, maybe kind of stable mid laners, but like there's not too many players of those champs, at least in this league. So it is pretty interesting.
I'd expect Speedy. I'd expect a jungle pick here, so you don't have to blind the mid. Yep,
Yeah.
and that is the Udyr.
Okay, what do you think about this matchup?
I actually like it a lot. I've been seeing a lot of high challenger Udyrs going lethal tempo with a Phoenix stance max. It's super powerful. I mean, Udyr just power farms and is always going to just be perma up in camps against you. And then he can just speed racer down any lane. And once that champion gets rolling, everybody knows what Udyr does. It's just hell.
It's pretty obnoxious. He's got like a 2-level lead on you. It just runs it down, smacks you in the face.
Vayne picked up.
Okay.
That is a good little true damage counter to the Udyr in the set.
Yeah, pretty effective against those champs. There's also not a ton of range so far for Blood Money, so Vayne is going to be pretty happy with that, not really, being heavily outranged and punished for that.
And the Vayne's also extra good because the Twisted Fate is banned, and the Rise.
Abarn's Rise. So weird that he can hold his mid lane pick and get his like stable champion, right? So
Rise is absolutely absurd into this comp. You're playing against double frontline with Rise.
Yeah, and if he goes, I think so far, I mean, Udyr's going to be doing some magic damage, but that tank
the Fimble Winter Frozen Heart build?
Pretty efficient here, right? So
yes.
If this isn't... Okay, there's
As
decent
the
AP.
Vlad is picked up.
That doesn't seem like a good matchup to me. I don't know.
I don't know a whole ton about Vladimir. I don't think it's great for him, though.
Yeah, I would think he would struggle to get priority in the lane. especially once Rise has his mana going and can just kind of shove the wave on command without
Yeah,
really
because
having to worry
I
too
feel
much.
like he just gets perma shoved in at all levels.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Abarn can actually abuse that. He's usually pretty proactive with his Rise ults. I remember playing against him in Season 2, and at 6, just getting like 4-man Rise ulted on and
On
just feeling
cooldown.
miserable. Yeah, it feels really bad when you see that ability come out and then everyone and their mother is coming out of the portal. So
True. Everything in the
definitely,
kitchen sink.
yeah, it feels pretty miserable. So if he can use that shove that the Rise should have in this matchup and punish the fact that Vlad is kind of weaker and looking to scale a little bit more, I think it should be a pretty easy game for team the Mariachi Mullets. I'm gonna mess that up a bunch
Yeah,
tonight.
they 100% have the draft advantage. I mean, they
Yeah,
just have a much better comp overall. It's much easier to play, in my opinion, as well.
yeah,
I just think it's just super straightforward. However, Bromanzilla is going to be quite good against countering the Rakan engages.
yeah. So that's what I
So,
was just gonna say. Is I think it's gonna be really interesting to see how well Dbrand can pilot this Rakan and whether or not he's being cognizant of when Zilla is using his W.
mhm.
If he's really patient with it, he's got to be pretty solid on these engages, I feel like, or it's going to be kind of hard for Blood Monies to find like a good fight, right? It really does rely on him to engage.
Yeah, I feel like Blood Monies is really just going to struggle into this comp. I just feel like Maokai is going to be able to set up around objectives. You don't really have a good way of scouting out those saplings. I'm not really in love with Blood Money's comp.
Yeah, yeah, it seems a little low range, and honestly, it's going to struggle from behind too, because I don't think they have particularly great wave clear, right? So
No.
I don't know, but it is going to be a lot, I think, on Spurg to really run the early game. I think if you can point to one advantage for them, it's going to be that jungle matchup, right? We kind of talked
Yeah.
about it already, but he should be pretty far ahead as far as clear speed goes. And if Rook can't get some really good ganks pretty quickly, I think it could very easily get out of control for the Udyr, and then
Mhm.
all of a sudden, you do have space for your Vlad to scale and your Zaya to maybe get some items and get a little bit more control. And it is a little harder for maybe IREP to get priority and control over neutral objectives. And then all of a sudden, there's an avenue for victory for Blood Monies.
And I would think Sauce would have priority early in this lane against the Poppy. So there's definitely avenues in which the Team Blood Monies can create large enough advantages that composition could potentially just not matter.
Sure. Yeah, definitely feels like the Poppy pick was much less lane focused as much as it was like, okay, let's not let Spurg get this matchup into the Jarvan. We saw him opt for it already once. So into the Zinzao, but similar type of style. Poppy has been a pretty big answer worldwide in pro play as well to the Jarvan. So
So
yeah.
one thing I found interesting was first picking the Jarvan when you had the Poppy counter pick
Yeah,
is one thing that interested me.
maybe Blood Money's just thought, or oh, you're saying that they could have picked the Poppy. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they don't think Rook can play it, and maybe they're not as confident picking it if it's only the top laner
Hmm.
on the Poppy. I don't know.
Yeah, Poppy obviously a very strong jungler right now. Really cucks a lot of the strong meta champions. Lee Sin just gets absolutely dominated by her.
Yeah,
That matchup is quite unplayable.
seems pretty miserable, right? Xin Zhao feels pretty awful as well. You kind of, I mean,
Yeah,
there's a little room for outplay if you hit the W, but as long as she's smart with her W,
yeah,
um,
and then even when you can
yeah,
just let him E on to you and then just
maul him.
headbutt
Yeah,
him into a wall.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
It's pretty rough.
not a particularly fun matchup for any of those go-in champions. But
Gonna be interested to see Rune Choice. He went phase rush on Poppy. I know that's staple in the jungle, but that seems a little, I don't know, a little weird
yeah,
for top lane.
bit odd for lane. You'd think he would have opted for the grasp,
Yeah,
something of that
grass.
nature. Maybe
Yeah,
even aftershock if he really wanted to play for out of lane.
yeah. I mean, maybe not the worst thing in the world. I guess if he's gonna run phase rush, maybe he's just saying I don't. It's good on Poppy no matter what, and like I don't want to trade with the set anyway. So maybe
Yeah.
phase rush helps me get the hell away. Who knows? But we're getting onto the Rift. 5 point starts from both these boomer teams. So
Yeah, these teams have the creativity of like literally nothing. They're so
yeah.
boring.
Dude, it's 9 p.m. and I think the average age on both of these teams is like it may as well be 100.
50, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's got to be upper 50s. It's
Yeah,
got to
so
be
yeah,
upper 50s.
I don't think we're getting too much creativity out of either side here, except for maybe in the build of
IREP
Speedy
actually.
Bandito. Oh yeah, you got Speedy versus IREP too. We haven't even talked about that. The two sort of I don't know. Nice way would be to call them creative players. Not so nice way would be to call them trolls, maybe. I don't know. But
Speedy definitely does have some questionable elements to his builds at times.
yeah, and IREP is not, IREP does kind of the same things, but they're very good friends and play their own sort of style of League of Legends.
So that
It is fun to
Sapling
watch
is going to
though.
spot out the start from Udyr.
Yeah, so
So
that
they're gonna have full info that he's starting bot side. So that
Looks
is
like-
going to be pretty nice. Looks like Zilla took a little bit of a trade.
That's what I was gonna say. That's definitely gonna benefit the set because of the way his passive works. So, and the fact that he's no mana as well. So
Yep. Plus no grasp for Poppy, so she really doesn't have another way to heal in that lane outside of the corrupting potion.
yeah, definitely gonna be rough.
As I'm really curious to see what Rook's early pathing is going to be. If he tries to be conservative, or if he tries to look for an early play on this Jarvan, because there's some 3 camp clears you can do. Maybe to look to try and blow the Vladimir's flash so you can really put him down. Just curious what he's going to look for in this early game.
Yeah, we are definitely thinking alike because that was exactly what I was gonna highlight. It seems pretty weird to me as we got a trade.
We got a lot of trading going in that top lane.
Definitely benefiting the set.
Yeah, this is really going to benefit the set in the long run, especially with that D-Blade. I'm not sure. Let me check if Zilla opted for Time Warp Tonic in that top lane. As it looks like he is going to get traded on again. He's going quite low in that top lane. As they are going to force out the Ghost from Blood. Rookstout is going to look for it. EQ in. He does not have that Sanguine Pool available. Flash forced out. Rookstout follows and he's going to pick up first Blood. Abarn going to fight Spurg. It looks like Spurg is going to win this. He's got the level advantage. Going at him with the Phoenix stance. Abarn is going to pop that phase rush. He's running away, but Tiger stance is just going to take him down.
Wow.
Phoenix for the last slap. That's a double kill to Spurg.
Huge by Spurg. So that's absolutely massive for him in this early game. You got to figure, not only is that going to slow the tempo of the Jarvan down, and put him very far ahead, but that should really slow down the rise in the long run, right? If there's such dominant jungle control out of Spurg, it should be pretty hard for the rise to utilize his ult and his wave clear at 6. Not impossible, but a lot more difficult, which is kind of the win con that we already highlighted for the Mariachi mullets here. Huge for the Blood Mice.
I absolutely loved that 2v2 from Blood and Spurg. The one thing I do not love is that we are having a little bit of trading up in the top, as Sauce is going to get traded out a little bit. Misses that Haymaker. Not going to quite connect. As Zilla's just going to pick up this big top wave. Rookstout's going to spot out the ward. But as I was saying, I would have liked to see him be a little bit more proactive and maybe look for the Jarvan just to like sort of pressure him on his blue buff. Maybe be able to pick up a steal if you get really lucky. Because it looks like he is going to squander, and that crab is going to get smited away. Blood going in with the EQ. Going to land, not a whole lot of damage as they're bringing in Bovie from the top, lost in the sauce, but nothing's going to come of this.
Yeah, Rook hasn't even used his EQ yet, so he is very safe in this fight. But
oh, he's super safe.
Looks like Udyr pressuring out the Wolf camp, if we can see that.
Yeah, and this is what I love to see from Spurg. Just pressure Rook out of his own jungle, and he's just going to pick up the kill. Great play there by Spurg.
Dang, yeah, Spurg is absolutely showing he's practiced this Udyr pick, and a monster in this early game. Already 3-0 up.
So this is the Udyr pick, okay? He's going to build the Sunfire Cape, or the, I'm sorry, not the Sunfire Cape, the, I can't remember the actual name of it. But he's going to build that, he's going to build a Dark Seal, and he's just going to be this unkillable, unCCable beast that is just running around Phoenix stancing, attacking at 1,000,000 miles per hour with lethal tempo on your backline.
Yeah, definitely well on his way to that point too. At 3-0, you got to figure his build is going to be very accelerated off of that, and it looks like he's maybe.
I mean, he just stole Rook's entire topside jungle.
Yeah, he is very fed. It looks like he's getting a kill top too.
Yeah, no, Zilla likely to go down here. Has that flash. It'd be unwise to use it as he is going to go down. He's going to be 4-0 to start off this game. Great start from Spur.
Yeah, this is this might be the hardest jungle carry we've seen so far. One of the best early games I think out of any jungler I can remember at least.
Oh, by far.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. So
yeah, by far. He understands what he's doing. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if he's doing what you said he should do. And pickaxe, that's kind of alpha.
Okay, so I'd imagine that's either a Blade of the Ruined King. I'd imagine it's Blade of the Ruined King.
It just got buffs, right? So
yeah, it did just get buffed. Not a huge fan of the build, but I can't knock the guy. He's already 4-0 at 5 minutes.
Yeah, and there should be a pretty big tank line here. Yeah, I agree with you. It doesn't seem like the build I would go here. But, you know, it is going to be pretty effective versus the Jarvan, versus the Poppy, and probably the Maokai is going to stack health as well. Maybe he's thinking Abarn is going to opt for that tank build. And then all of a sudden, you're staring at some pretty big health bars, so at least the Bork would be pretty efficient there.
No, definitely. Definitely. He is going to have to be careful, though, because opting with a squishier build like that, a lot of CC on the side of the Mariachi mullets. You got the Poppy, you got the Jarvan EQ, you have the Rise root. I mean, you have literally 3 roots on your team, basically.
Yeah.
He can easily be CC'd in one shot, and that shutdown can very quickly turn the tide of this game.
Yeah, he's got to be careful with that. As always on this patch, if you have a shutdown, it is your job to play a lot more carefully. Sort of let your team
play like a
a word that we won't use on stream, but
yeah,
you know.
a PG-13
yeah,
word.
PG-13 word.
I mean, it's your job. Like, you can't give the enemy team an avenue back into the game.
No,
or it could cost you
definitely not.
the win. Yeah.
Yeah, super potent on this patch as well. Obviously, everyone knows the objective bounties are a pain, but those kill bounties on
Looking
champions.
for blood, he's in no danger with that Sanguine pool.
He is so safe, yeah, and he's honestly doing a pretty good job keeping up in farm. He is going to be down a little bit, but the wave is crashing back into him, so he'll get at least 3 back.
But you know, we
but
did expect this. You know, I mean, he picked into a losing matchup surprisingly, but I mean, to be only down about a wave to Rise in CS as a not really great pick into him, that's not bad.
Yeah, really not that bad. And anyone that knows Blood knows that this is like a pretty staple pick for him. At least when he was a top laner, he liked this champ a lot. A lot of people presume his name is just for Darius, but no, he plays a lot of Vlad as well, and that's kind of, you know, part of where that name comes from. So he is going to look pretty solid on this, and yeah, opting into the losing matchup, but he's kind of just saying, you know what, I can carry this game the longer it goes. I'll be that hyper-skilled Vlad.
I understand what my champion does. I understand how to play him.
Exactly. Super comfort for him.
As Spurg, once again, looking to just be pressuring the jungle. Looks like he's going to start out this Cloud Drake pretty shortly. As he is... Oh, he's going to blast count over. And this is what we were talking about with that shutdown.
He's got to be careful.
Could be in a bit of danger if he's not too careful.
Yeah, he's really just looking for Joey here instead of actually starting the camp. I kind of like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you want to spot out the enemy jungle before you start an objective. You know, you'd really not like to start it blind unless you have like 100% basically certainties cross map.
Yeah, honestly, pretty intelligent jungling from Spurg, who, at least up until this point, has not been playing jungle in TCL. I know he plays a lot of it in solo queue, but really looking solid.
As he is going to look for this gank mid, he's going to ghost in. Rise going to flash away, and it looks like that's just going to be the end of it. Nice, but obviously, net trade, 2 ghosts for 1 flash. It's not too bad.
Yeah, definitely will take that. That's really awesome priority out of Spurg this game so far. He's 2 levels up on the Jarvan, and he's just using that.
Looks like Rookstout is looking for a gank down bot. Buffers the Rakan W with his EQ. Well played by him, but they're not going to pick up Team right here. Actually in a little bit of trouble of his own, as Speedy is going to turn it around on him.
Yeah, awesome play by Speedy there. Just way too far by Rook.
Here we go. That's just going in. It looks like he might have a kill window with the flash W. No, it's not quite enough damage. Didn't quite land in that sweet spot.
Yeah, didn't hit the sweet spot. Obviously don't love that we got the tap cast out of the Poppy. I think he may have wanted the full channel.
Yeah, maybe wanted to fully charge that one there, Zilla.
But that is okay. Interestingly, has Hex Flash.
Hex Flash, I was about to say.
That's wild. Okay, he's doing something I've never seen, but I'm all here for it. He didn't want to let IREP and Speedy get, you know, all the credit for the wacky runes and builds and stuff like that.
Yeah, he actually went Hex Flash plus Cosmic in his runes, rather than going maybe Time Warp Tonic.
Yeah, Time Warp seems obvious if you're gonna go with
definitely a little wonky, as Rookstout is gonna start out this dragon. They have priority bots, so this should be quite free with Udyr just taking all of his camps across map.
Yeah, I don't hate this trade. Obviously, you would like to get the Drake, but if you're gonna take the Herald, I think it's good for sort of giving you an early gold and pressure lead on the map. And when you're playing that scaling comp, anything that buys space for that is gonna be good.
Okay, I know you don't hate that trade, but Spurg is currently up 3 levels on Rookstout. Hello?
Yeah, he is a
Anybody home?
He is a monster.
As it looks like Zilla is going to be caught here, does not have that flash. Udyr going to go in with the Tiger stance, switches to Phoenix, and is Poppy just too fast? It looks like he's going to be CC'd up. I think he's just too tanky. I don't think he's going to go down here as, wow, look at that Phoenix stance.
Yeah,
there.
that Phoenix
My
stance.
God. He was burning
stance.
his ass down.
You saw the Tiger stance and you were like,
well, I wasn't really impressed. I was like, yeah, this guy isn't doing too much damage. You bopped him. Phoenix flying, as it looks like we are going to have some trading down in the bot lane. Twisted Advance is going to come out, but it's only going to land on the D Brandon. That's about it for there. So they get an ultimate advantage in the bot lane.
So yeah, so the bot lane is down quite a bit of farm, but they're actually playing these trades well. They absorbed the pressure early from Rook and actually got a kill out of it. So they're probably pretty close in gold, I'd have to imagine.
Yeah, no, I'm actually quite certain you might be right. Let me get a double check on that just to be sure, as it looks like first tower is actually about to go down in this top lane.
And did he even, I don't even think he dropped Herald here, did he?
No, he's
still
saving it.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's going to be a monster.
As,
this is a fed Udyr.
Oh yeah, this is a very fed Udyr. As Speedy actually is up 200 gold on his counterpart. Who is this?
Oh my god. He's nearly double Rookstout's gold. He's a whole 2,500 gold up at 11 minutes. That is
a Jungle Kingdom. Top also being up about 1,500 gold in the top lane.
You still love to see it, right? Like, these are the two lanes we highlighted in Champs Select that should be winning from this team, and they are doing just that. And winning hard.
It is a 5k gold lead almost at 11 minutes.
Yeah,
this is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, I mean, you're about to have objective bounties spawning. Like, this is...
this
is crazy.
Yeah, they must really like those objective bounties. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing for the late game, right? But yeah, this is crazy, and this is so massive. As Avon is gonna ult.
Yeah, just get back in. As it looks like Spurg is going to come down in this bot lane. I think who in this is IREP can turn this onto him if they play it correctly. As it looks like he's going to. Oh my goodness! One Phoenix stance just does 1,000,000 damage. Never mind. As Spurg just absolutely melts down. Who is this?
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. That was, I think...
That was literally just a one-shot, basically, from... Oh my goodness.
Absolutely popped him, and now he's going to get this plate gold bot. This is turning into a stomp for Blood Monies.
Yeah, so it looks like that Rift Herald is going to be popped. I think they're going to be able to take that full tower down there.
Yeah, this
As Rook's looking for the cross map, but Sauce is very well aware of this. He's not going to go down for this. As yeah, that is already 2 turrets. Full turrets taken pre-14 minutes. Plates haven't even gone down yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, he is so far ahead.
I mean, this is just an absolute stomp so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is a jungle diff and a half right here. Right?
No,
like,
this is literally a jungle diff.
This is the definition. I mean, you see the jungle diffs where the jungler like gets maybe a kill or two early, and then they type it at the end of the game where their mid laner carries them. But like,
yes, no, this is very much jungle.
Type it with impunity because it is very true. Oh, I don't like
Rook is looking for this top lane. EQ's going to land onto Lost in the Sauce. He's going to pop that W, get a nice little chunk. Good flash away from the Poppy stun.
Yeah, definitely clean flash. I don't like that Bromanzilla actually led with the W. I think it would have been better to hold that, although I guess you can't stop
the, you can't really
settle.
Yeah, set is immune.
Yeah, that's fair. So, okay, never mind then. Ignore me, I'm Browns. But... yeah, really well played by him to flash into the Poppy stun and not get stunned into the wall, and yeah, just absorbing pressure with his lead. Very good.
I mean, I know it's 14 minutes in, but holy crap, what do you do if you're the Mariachi Mullets?
I mean, you just try to keep composure. Maybe you get a way back in. Comebacks have never been more possible than they are like right now, and...
as Spurg is going to look for Bromanzilla here. Gonna flash away.
Yeah, that's... so who cares?
Now he has activated the Hex Flash.
Yeah,
now he's unleashed.
He stepped up just so he could get his flash blown, so he could be at his true like power.
Smart guy. Is IREP going to be messing with blood on the scuttle, but nothing's going to come of this.
Too much, yeah.
As it looks like IREP is pretty well set up for this next dragon coming up. I don't think it matters with how strong side team Blood Money is. As Jarvan's going to EQ in, Blood is going to flash away. Looks like he shouldn't be in too much danger. Xayah ult gonna dodge out from the Maokai ult. Yeah, looks like a lot of ults traded. This dragon should be going to the Mariachi ults.
Yeah, this is a lot harder to fight now. Yeah, you've got the strong Udyr, but now you've got no Vlad ult, no Xayah ult. They're just gonna give this. Yeah, they don't want to give up any kills, any shutdowns critically on the Udyr.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to risk it, as it looks like they might be able to trade this. Oh, never mind. Rise Realm Warp is coming in. They are going to knock down Lost in the Sauce on the tower. It looks like he's not really taking that much damage. Nice Jarvan EQ onto Spurg. Shutdown might come through as... yes! Who is this? Is able to pick it up. Double kill for who is this? Looks like it's going to be the triple. Flashing forward. Triple kill for who is this? Possible quadra kill? No, just a triple kill. Who is this? I think just picked up around 1,500 gold, though.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help them come back in this game. You're talking about how can they come back? That's how.
Yeah, in the vein, 900 gold.
3 kills, tons of gold, and huge mistake by Blood Money's pushing. Well, the Rise ult hasn't been committed. Yeah, they lost all their ults before and gave the Drake, but what that means is they didn't get any of the CDs out of the Mariachi mullet, so they still have that Rise ult to attack them in the mid lane. And Blood running the Ghost and the Vlad, not the teleport, which I think is the correct decision, but when he goes bot, you need to back up. You can't be there.
You can't be there at that mid lane turret. At the very least, you have to respect the Rise ult a little bit more.
Yeah, and when you see it come through, you can't just stand on top of it like that, right? You just gotta dip.
Again, and this is back to what we were saying about the short-ranged comp of the side of the Blood Monies. You have to be more respectful. As here comes the Rakan coming in, it looks like Brookstoud is going to go down. Flashes away. I think it was a bit of a waste as Gale Force is going to pick up the kill. Herald secured at the end of the day, but not the best for the Blood Monies.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
mean,
the Mariachi Mullets.
They get that off the map, right? So I guess Spurg can't just take it. And at this point, I don't know if Jarvan picked up the kill there or not, but he's not worth a ton, so...
yeah, Jarvan is fairly worthless at this stage of the game. As Who's This still has not been able to reset since that last fight bot. He is sitting on 3,000 gold right now.
Yikes. Okay, that's a big vein. So
that is a huge vein.
Mid tower though coming back.
Yeah, mid tower is going to go down here. I'd be fairly shocked if it didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, no
mid
surprises.
tower goes down here. So all 3 outer towers now taken by Team Blood Monies. Going to be interesting to see how they press this. They should be able to get all the rest of these Drakes uncontested from where they are in this game, I think. Like, just how strong they are, and now with 3 outer towers to nothing, the pressure that they should be able to exert from this position should be too much, but you know, if they botch their engage or get caught before the Drake again, then all of a sudden you're staring down a Soul Wind Con, and I didn't see what Rift it is, but...
I believe we are on the Infernal Rift.
Okay, yeah, so an Infernal Soul is going to be a pain in the butt to deal with, right? So, yeah, the Wind Con is still very much there for the Mariachi Mullets.
Oh, for sure, and we have seen Who Is This perform. Literally last week, the dude got a pentakill in his first series. Like, we know this guy is good at the game, as it looks like this mid and outer tower is going to go down. If this is able to go down, this is huge for the Mariachi Mullets.
Yeah, I love using this mid.
It looks like it is not going to quite go down, but it looks like Spurg is quite caught, and he's going to go down to Aborn.
Yeah, you're starting to see issues with this Bork build. He does have the chem tank completed, but he's just not as tanky as he otherwise probably could be. And
the chem tank obviously good due to the buffs and everything, but it just doesn't give you the tankiness that the regular Sunfire would, as Rook is just going to go in, whack that turret once. What's it called? The Vladimir ult has been popped, is going to proc. No pool for him, as Abarn is going to go in. They're all locked up in the Cataclysm. Rise should really do work in this fight, as he's not quite able to take down Blood. Oh my goodness. As D-Brand is a little deep now too. Abarn has that flash available. Could look for a flash route, as he's not. He's going to save that cooldown. Alright,
unsung hero so far. Spirit, I'll do your homework for you. The bot lane of Blood Monies is absolutely going nuts. D-Brand has played this Rakan really well, and Speedy is holding his cooldowns to exactly the right moment, held the heal, and baited Abarn in more and more and more, and then used it when he absolutely had to at the last possible second to save Blood. And it is going to be a kill on what looked like a pretty doomed engage.
Yeah, no, it looked extremely botched on that engage. That is absolutely incredible. That was super well played by the side of Team Blood Monies. Really good to be able to turn that around and go 1 for 0.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like they were starting to collapse, but that's the type of thing that will build you guys back up. Like you've given up a couple kills, gave up a Drake you probably shouldn't have.
As notably, we have the Vayne on 2 full items already. She has the shield bow and she has the Gwynsu's, as Zilla might be a little bit caught out here. Irep gonna take a little bit of poke from that Vladimir. That's not exactly how you want to start this Dragon Dance.
Yeah, definitely not. And it is going to be interesting. This Vayne is an absolute monster, so it's going to be really big on D-Brand to get that engage off on the Vayne. If you can get it off, then Vayne is a lot less.
It looks like Spurg does have a little bit of a flank here. Who Is This does not quite have his flash up. It looks like there's about 20 to 30 seconds on that, but the dragon is already spawning, so that could be crucial in this next coming fight. Blood looking for something, does have that flash available, does have that R as well.
Yeah, so
See if he can land a big Hemoflag. As here we go, the Jarvan is going to look for a big engage. Nice Cataclysm onto 2. One is ulted out by the Poppy. As, oh my goodness, D-Brand is just absolutely one-shot. Vayne is tumbling in, he's going after Blood. Hemoflag just popped onto 1, it's just Who Is This. Sauce is going to go down, he's going to get that ultimate off. Gets a double kill for Who Is This just to start. Blood is going to go low. Does get that shield bow proc from Who Is This. Who Is This fighting? Nice ult from Speedy. Oh, what a flash play! The Featherstorm going to take him down. As it looks like the Blood Money should be able to clean house in this fight. Bromanzilla trying to be the hero, goes down. Spurg chasing after Abarn. He's going to try and roll warp. He's going to get stunned by the bear stance. That's going to be a clean ace and the dragon to blood monies.
Wow, that was clutched by Speedy. So
Oh my goodness.
absolutely nasty flash recall on the Featherstorm. That was absurd. Shutting down Who Is This at what looked like his opportunity to pop off there.
I thought that was Who Is This's fight, but Speedy just slammed the door in his face.
Oh my god, that was clean. Yeah, Speedy is really showing off here. It looked like he was having a bit of a slow early game. Obviously played well, turned the gank around. Now he is popping off in these team fights. What looked like a pretty bad fight off of a good engage by Rookstout with a follow-up ult from the Poppy.
Yeah, I mean that was
massive
basically a dream engage
Yeah.
for the Mariachi Mullets.
Doesn't
As a
get much
teleport
better.
is coming out, that is going to be Bromanzilla. Not quite sure what he's looking for here, as maybe we have a Desperation Baron getting set up? As he is gonna, oh no, he is not getting blast code over. The face breaker does cancel it, as the Baron has been started. It's at 10k. Zilla might be a little bit caught, doesn't have that flash, doesn't have that Keeper's Verdict, so he's not gonna be able to ult anyone away. He is gonna go down to Speedy. W popped from Lost in the Sauce, gonna give him a nice little shield, as Spurg is coming in on a flank. Who Is This is completely isolated. He flashes, but the Hemoplague is gonna take him down.
I don't know what is going. Is this that famed Abarn shot calling? This is.
Oh yeah, the infamous Abarn shot calling, as that's just gonna be the Baron for the side of Team Blood Monies now.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything else, or you know, the stream might cut and we might vanish, but like.
Yeah,
that
we're never heard from again.
That was not it. As Blood
So it looks
is gonna
like Blood
flash
is
for the
gonna
map
flash
guy.
after IREP. He's gonna pick up this kill with his last Q, I think. As it looks like
get
Abarn's
him!
also gonna go down. That's a nice quickness from D-Brand and an exhaust to root down Abarn. Abarn is gonna go down at the end of this, and oh my goodness, Baron, a delayed ace. This is just dominance from Blood Monies.
Yeah, let him know, D-Brand. Smack him down. Comes in, gets the kill on the Maokai, and a clean quickness to CC chain Abarn so he can't trade one back. That was really
I mean, we questioned this recon pick from D-Brand. We hadn't seen it, and he's performing.
He's looking so good on this pick. Where the hell has this recon been the entire time? He's
Yeah,
got
I know.
that-
Everybody thought he was a freaking Braum one trick. Show
Yeah.
me something more, son.
He's hit.
As it looks like Rookstout is going to be collapsed on here. He's just going to get waxed down as bam, bam, you are dead. Lost in
Yeah.
the Sauce picks up the kill.
Little shout out to Lost in the Sauce. This is the second time he's canceled. Obviously, pretty easy dash to cancel there, but he's canceled 2 dashes,
Yeah,
that
he's-
and the blast cone.
Crucially, he canceled that blast cone to
Yeah.
isolate Bromanzilla from the rest of his team after a questionable teleport.
Yeah, questionable teleport that probably normally gets bailed out by the blast cone, but yeah, really well done to stop that. Great mechanics from him.
As we were just talking about how the Mariachi Mullets were mounting a nice little comeback, now they're down 9.5k.
Yeah, I mean, off the back of some amazing team fighting from Team Blood Money, is really showing off, I think, some of the better team fighting that we've seen so far.
Oh, for sure. This has been some of the best team fighting we've seen this year out of any team.
Yeah, really clean gameplay.
Is that they're going to try and siege this down, as normally their short-range comp would struggle a lot with sieging, but when you have Baron, it puts a huge band-aid over any comp in terms of sieging potential.
Yeah, pretty tough to engage into this game, and yeah, you just let the cannon get buffed up and
As Zilla using that Hex Flash, as the Realm Warp is being popped, they're looking for Lost in the Sauce down here. He's going to go in. It looks like he's going to land a nice little stun. W is going to land, but it looks like he's just going to be rooted up and taken down. But I don't know if that was the best idea if you're the side of Team Mariachi Mullets, because you're going to lose your inhibitor tower now.
yeah, don't know that all 4 needed to move on that. That seems a little excessive, but yeah, they kill him, which is, I guess, something. They are going to lose a turret,
And they're going to look for something with the Maokai ult, but it's just not going to reach.
yeah, the Shorelia is going to speed him up out of there. Really good by D-Brand to pop that. Just know that this is over and get the hell out. Gotta
Yeah, so
love it.
I like the idea from Abarn there, but the execution just wasn't there. I think if you're doing that Realm Warp, you should be taking IREP, Who Is This, and Rookstout. I think
Yeah,
Abarn should be able to
Abarn
stay in
needs
wave
to stay.
clear.
I 100% agree that Rise is going to be the most valuable thing you can have wave clearing. Critically, also, I want to point out,
The Spurg is going to walk into multiple members. Rookstout is not going to land that EQ, but he is going to go down. Abarn's going to pick up that shutdown onto Spurg.
yeah, so, I mean, some gold back for Abarn is critical. Interestingly, what I was just going to say is he is not going the tank build. He's going the more traditional Rise build, the AP build, with his Zonias. Don't know how I feel about that in this game.
I do think it's actually necessary this game. There's
Yeah.
just not a lot of damage in
Yeah, I
this
guess
comp right now.
especially from behind too. They probably need to jumpstart their damage a little bit.
Yeah,
And also,
they're really lacking the damage department, as a blue buff is going to aid him quite a good bit. That dragon coming up in 20 seconds means it is going to put them onto soul point though.
yeah, so gotta get control here of the
And they're going to get double objective bounties. This is huge for the side of Team Mariachi.
Yeah, lots of gold coming back their way. If you don't see some movement out of Blood Money, they're not going to be here in time. We already talked about. Yeah, they're behind.
I think they're just giving it because Speedy is doing whatever Speedy's doing in this topside jungle. Not quite sure what it is, but that's a double objective bounty pickup. As they inch a little bit closer, they cut it to 8K.
Port back topside, so double port.
Double teleport
They're
is.
using these double ports in ways that I am not used to, and I don't know how I feel about it. But
Well, I think you're not used to it because it's questionable at best.
I mean, yeah, it seems like if you're gonna port anywhere, the Rise probably. 'Cause I don't know.
Yeah, it just seems like there's a communication breakdown on like what they want to do in this team for the Mariachi Mullets.
Yeah, they're a little all over the place, but you know what? Definitely, if we're going to talk about communication breakdown on their part, what the heck is Speedy doing topside? That should be your Drake every time. Now you've given them a shot, right? Like, they have a shooter's chance at maybe a steal on the next Drake. And all of a sudden, you're looking at Soul, right?
Yeah, the one thing, taking away hope from the enemy team is one of the, I think, one of the more deceiving ways to win a game.
Anyone that's ever played solo queue knows that the second the hope has drained out of them, like the team fights just get a lot easier, right?
As Spurg is on a 007 style mission here in the bot side jungle, just zooming around on this hoot here.
Yeah, they haven't. Oh, now they're finally pinging him out, so they spotted him. But yeah,
Yeah, they finally got vision of him.
He was hidden for a bit there. Probably good that he leaves. Doesn't want to give any more kill gold over to anyone.
As due to that shutdown, Abarn is on his third item now. He's got that Seraphs, he's got the Everfrost, and he's got the Zonius, so he's a pretty safe champion. And it looks like pretty soon, actually, Spurg might be caught down here on this bot side. A nice stun is going to land. Not a whole lot of tenacity on the side of Spurg. He's getting melted down. Not going to quite go down, but a great quickness. Two-man knockup from D-Brand. What a great counter-engage. As Abarn is going to go down to the flash Q from Bloodbath and Beyond. And it looks like Romanzilla is going to go down as well. Good stun back into the wall, but you're going to pay for it with your life. As it looks like, yeah, Spurg is going to be able to pick up the kill. Who is this? This is your time to shine. Who is this? You are dead. He is just going to blunder that one, get bear stance, and just go down.
Yeah, really well done by D-Brand on the quickness again. Like, it feels weird to keep getting surprised because he's playing all these team fights so freaking well.
Yeah, at a certain point, we're just going to have to be used to it. We're going to have just normal stuff from D-Brand.
Yeah, at this point, though, the Zyra Khan might be warranting a ban as we head into game 2. Like, they're playing this really well, and it's making these team fights. I'd imagine if you're Mariachi Mullets, you're sitting here like, dang, this is just so.
Oh, and another nice knockup. Ireb not going to quite go down because I think that Q from Speedy just barely missed.
Yeah, missed by a little bit. Probably could have killed, but might have had to use the flash. Definitely not worth it. Like that they just back off there.
As they're all backing on a ton of gold. We should probably have some full items picked up. Yep, Infinity Edge there for Speedy. Yeah, they're really starting to spike on the side of the Blood Monies. Excuse me.
It should be pretty impossible to come back here. Like, obviously, if you can get the soul, maybe there's something you can do. Or if, you know, someone gets caught before a major objective, then I guess you could be back in this game. But good gameplay here from Blood Money should close this out pretty easily.
Yeah, you obviously always kind of hope for a comeback in the back of your mind, but you know, this Maokai support, it's not really tanky. You don't have any priority to begin with. As Zilla is going to go in, going to land a stun on D-Brand. The Maokai ult's going to come out, but it's, if he was 5 seconds in the future or in the past, that would have been an amazing Maokai ult.
Yeah, you know, but can't time travel. He is not Zillion. He is Maokai.
No. As notably, we do have those supers pushing in on those bottom lane, on those bot Nexus turrets, as those are going to start to go down if they do not make a decision soon.
Yeah, send Poppy back to clear them. I don't know that Poppy is going to have the best time with this. Does have the teleport up, so I guess it's the only real option, but you'd probably ideally like to have the Rise back.
Yeah, as it looks like Brookstout is going to be caught. The EQ kind of going short. He's going to get hit by that knockup from D-Brand. Nice knockup, and another great charm onto Abarn, as it looks like, yep, IREP is going to go down. It looks like Abarn will be quick to follow. Ultimate going to come out here from Set as, yeah, he's just going to get CC chained to death. Zonya's only going to buy a little bit of time, as that's going to be a 3-for-0, and that's probably going to be the game.
Yeah, just too slow and too far behind. I didn't like the teleport from Bromanzilla. Was way too late on that. But ultimately, you know, at this stage of the game, you can just throw your wallets at them if you're blood monies and
Yeah,
and
you
mow
can
them
just
down.
money check them, stat check them. As knockup not gonna quite land. Hemoplague will onto Who Is This. He won't get one shot, but he is gonna die in the end, as they are gonna play for kills. Yep. D-Brand gonna earn that kill very respectfully, as Blood Money's just gonna pick up game 1 and take a 1-0 advantage.
Yeah, wow, really well done by Blood Monies. I think they, you know, maybe didn't have a draft advantage, but turned around and showed that a lot of that might just be because we've never seen them play these champs before, right? Like, can't shout him out enough. D-Brand played these team fights like an absolute monster, and Speedy, I mean, that flash E on the Xayah was nuts. I mean, that was so clean.
Oh no, I mean, it was absolutely sick. I mean, when the game was just starting to look like it could just, you know, barely tilt the side of the mariachi mullets, Speedy just slammed the door in their face and said, "Nope, this game is over. I am taking over."
And this is still League of Legends, so the client is absolutely doomed upon conclusion of the game. So I don't know if we can get damage charts or not, but I'd imagine that you would get some monster damage graphs out of Speedy, out of Spurg, and out of maybe Blood too. But yeah, really well done by them. Loved the way they played these champions in these team fights.
Yeah, those damage charts are looking really good, actually.
Yeah, good looking damage charts all in all. As yeah, I mean, wow, like just really awesome gameplay out of them.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was a super fun game to watch. Yeah, its stats are just completely hosed, but yeah, I mean, I think you gotta go back to the drawing board if you're doing bans on the side of Team Mariachi. You gotta figure out a way to put down Spurg in this early game.
Yeah, I mean, can't let him get a jungle matchup like that again. Seems like he will just take it and run with it, right? So definitely got to put maybe a little bit more priority on giving Rookstout a better jungle matchup than maybe focusing on the takeaway.
Yeah, no, definitely. But for now, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll see you for the start of game 2.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We just had a stomp of a game 1, and we have Mariachi Mullets looking to rebound in game 2 here versus Team Blood Monies. I'm Bully. This is Fruge. How you doing?
Yeah, dude, that first game was just honestly a bit of a domination outside of the one shutdown that Who's This was able to pick up.
Yeah, Who Is This looked like he could maybe breathe some life back into it, right? Tried to pull like a Heimlich maneuver on his team, but ultimately couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, I think Abarn had a do not resuscitate tag on his on him.
Abarn and the Hex Tech, Hex
Yeah,
is not coming back.
Those Abarn Real Warps just scream do not resuscitate.
Yeah, and the Baron call there too, maybe a little suboptimal, but they are going to look to rebound in this game too as we go into the draft here. Obviously sides have switched, and you got to figure that favors Blood Monies, right? We've seen the blue side.
Azir banned straight away.
Yeah, they're gonna hold on to that ban. I can never see Blood playing that. It's just such not his type of gameplay.
No,
Abarn
not at all.
I think it's a good ban because it allows Abarn to kind of just say like, I'll carry these team fights, right? So maybe he's still dead. Maybe he is a DNR player, but like if he can peel for himself within his Azir ulti.
As we'll see if they take away the Udyr this time, or they change anything up.
Yeah, I would really like to see those bans change, because I do not think you got anything out of those bans. Like, Blood looks fine. Maybe you limited Blood a little bit, but like
I liked picking the Jarvan away from Spurg, but he looked like he just looked a million times better on the Udyr.
Yeah, at the very least, I'd like to see that change, right? Because if you're gonna take the Jarvan early, you need to get that Udyr out of here. And to be quite honest, I don't know that Spurg won't just rip the Udyr again after that game. Like, yeah, Jarvan, no Jarvan. Right?
I would definitely rip the Udyr again if it's up. If I was Spurg after this game, I don't think it's in Rook's wheelhouse to play either.
Yeah, I know he played it a little bit last year when it was like super chem tank sleeper meta, but
yeah, just completely broken.
Definitely didn't like playing it. I know from talking to him that it was not his favorite champ to play. So
the Zeri is taken away from Speedy.
Same bans here. That's interesting. I don't know that I think Speedy's Zeri was like so ridiculous that you needed to ban it, but still obscene champ, and he has definitely put some time into it, as it is going to be Hecarim.
It's Hecarim picked straight away there for Spurg.
Okay, yeah, so that was actually banned on Red Side last time by Blood Monies, and they dropped that ban, picked up the Rise, and took the Hecarim here. So I do like that. That's
as the Ornn in response for Mr. Zilla, getting back onto his comfort.
Yeah, definitely take that early. Don't let it get banned out on the second rotation. I don't hate
or don't let Sauce take it.
Yeah, true. Sauce is definitely prone to playing the Ornn. It is going to set up a good counter matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes set again.
Yeah, set
Um,
would just be another great pick again here.
yeah, just take it again. You just got a pretty solid looking game. And here's their Ziggs Flex, I say
Yeah,
in
that can be a
quotes.
bot Ziggs or that can be a mid Ziggs. I'd imagine it's bot though.
Yeah, I see they do this a lot, which is fun if it's like a solo queue game, like, ooh, where's the Ziggs going? But like if you know Abarn, I would be shocked if he's playing the Ziggs. I'm
Yeah, I
99% sure he's
unless Who Is This is gifted the greatest bot counter pick in the entire world,
yeah.
I cannot imagine he's gonna pick it. As we might see the Zaya and Rakan picked here right again.
Yeah, I actually don't love Zaya coming in. I mean, I guess if since they look so good on it, you may as well run it back. But yeah,
Yeah,
Zaya's
I'm not
a little
huge
bit
on Zaya
overrated
and Rakan into
in
this
the
like
Ziggs.
long range comp again.
Yeah, I really don't love it in the Ziggs, but we said kind of the same thing last game, and then Rudy pulled up looking like a diamond closet Rakan one trick. So, who knows, right? Like maybe they just play it really well here too, and it's just GG.
Yeah, I mean, like if they performed once, they can perform again. It's
Yeah, why
all
not?
good.
Why not? He found the engages and played the team fights really freaking well. So this is ooh, Irelia for Avarn. Take it because it was banned the second time around. I like that they actually picked these solo laners here. I think both Abarn and Zilla are very bannable. So taking their picks in the first rotation, not letting them slip to the second round so they can get another 2 bans at them, I think is huge.
Yeah, and I can't see Twitch chat right now, but I'd imagine Tranimal and Tolson are typing a paragraph. Right?
Yeah, we're gonna get an essay about, I don't know, anything.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Irelia personally. I cannot wait to see what build he does. I can't wait to see what he has to show us.
Yeah,
As it is going to confirm that Who Is This is going to Ziggs bot, by the way.
oh, for sure. I mean, that was confirmed.
We
the
knew.
second.
We
Yeah,
knew.
that was confirmed the second it was locked. It is going to be interesting because I don't actually think it's all that great for the Aurelia. I mean, it is pretty low range again, but it's, I'd imagine, pretty hard to team fight into a Zaya. You're going to have to go in, and then all of a sudden those feathers are a real nuisance. So, I don't know. I really hate that ban. I could never see him going Malphite into Ornn. I think if he went Malphite into Ornn, he'd be trolling his head off. I think this is such an obvious set pick coming out of him. Him being lost in the sauce, like it's left up again. He just played it and he looked fine on it, right? It's a comfort pick of his.
Also, the Fizz ban into Irelia, I just think that's a bit bizarre too.
Yeah, this is really weird. I think they're just saying Blood plays Fizz, so let's ban that. But I wouldn't be shocked if he just goes Vlad again. We could.
Well, oh no, he cannot play Vlad into Irelia. I think that would be a
Is
death.
that bad?
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
signing his death warrant if he picks Vlad into Irelia. What is
gonna-
interesting is Blood being a player who comes from top lane. I'm curious if he's going to pick a top laner into mid right here.
Yeah, interesting. So Blood actually, yeah, he comes from top lane, but he doesn't like to play a lot of top laners from talking to him in the mid lane. He's going for a more traditional.
Just a little bit of a troll thresh over here, as we're
Yeah,
going to see.
confused me for a
And
second.
the Shin is going to be picked up for Mr. Sauce in the top lane.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I think that gives you a lot of agency, and if you time the taunt really well, you can actually make it very hard for the Ornn to trade it into you. If you taunt him out of his ult,
as Silas into Irelia.
No, I think that's really bad. I think it's going to be very hard for them to team fight here. Like they don't have great consistent damage. I messaged actually because Toasty's team did this the other day, and I messaged him if you guys go if I ever see a B5 Silas again, I might just never be your friend.
As I rep with a little bit of a troll, we're not a glass cover. I wish.
No shot. I would love to see him play it though. Oh, okay.
Pantheon.
Wait, this could be his Pantheon.
And yeah, it is going to be Pantheon Ziggs bot. Interesting combo.
He loves this champion. He absolutely loves this champion. Plays it pretty darn well, I think. He plays it in like every role he plays too. If you know IRAP loves to play basically any part of League, and he plays it his own way.
Yeah.
Right? And this is one of those champions that is pretty typically viable in 3 or 4 roles at any given time. So it's naturally a good one for him. He plays it pretty darn well. It's going to be interesting to see that he finally gets to pull it out. I don't believe he's actually ever played it in TCL, but I know from scrimming him in the past that he likes to run it a lot, and I've played against it a couple times too, and it is not bad.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm a little bit interested. The Silas, yeah, you're right. The Silas into Irelia is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a head scratcher.
It's Blood loves this champion. He plays it top lane too, but like, yeah, I can never see this being a winning matchup, or maybe he does win it. Like, but regardless, I don't see it actually contributing as the game goes later, and then it puts a lot of pressure onto Speedy, I think a lot of those team fights last game were padded by the fact that you had such a massive Udyr that you're able to cover a lot of the team's damage woes or like range woes by the fact that Udyr was so strong he could just kind of run in and one-shot everyone with the Phoenix stance. But I think this is a pretty... We said this last time too, so I'm going to be careful about cursing anyone, but I think this is a pretty huge draft gap for Team Mariachi Mullets.
I completely agree. This is the second game in a row where Blood is just... He's had counter pick and he's just picked something bizarre.
Yeah, this
in
doesn't
mid lane.
feel like a winning matchup. I mean, you still... And it's not even like there's great... I mean, the Ornalt you're going to like, but... And I guess maybe he can use the Pantheon ult pretty well, but Ziggs ult is not the worst, I guess, but maybe not the best. And the Aurelia ult feels kind of useless. Jarvan ult can be a little hit or miss.
Ornalt's pretty good, obviously. Pantheon, it can be good early. I mean, if he's able to get a roam off bot, he can steal that, then maybe look to repeat it with that ult. There's definitely a lot of flexibility with the Sylas. I mean, there inherently is when you can steal another champion's ultimate.
Yeah.
It's just... Spurg's going to have to put on another performance, I think, if they want to win this game.
Yeah, I think he needs to get pretty far ahead. Interesting that they opted for the Jarvan into the Hecarim, because I know traditionally the Hecarim is considered a pretty good matchup here. Maybe just saying, like, you know what? As long as we're not getting dragged out back by the Udyr, we're fine.
Yeah, dragged out behind the shed and just
if Udyr
the piss beating out of us.
Yeah, you can't just mug me at level 3. I think I'm okay.
mug my entire top side, kill me twice.
Yeah, maybe they're just thinking like, look, okay, that was probably not the best look. Maybe
it can't be worse than last game.
Yeah. So let's just run Jarvan back and
pray
off of that. Yeah, maybe he's got the grasp tech again too. Maybe the switch up that makes it work this game.
Yeah, that's why they lost last game. He took Conquer instead of Grasp.
if he takes Grasp, I think it's pretty free in that 2v2. But you know, I think I really dislike the Sylas pick. I think it kind of threw the whole draft. But they're again winning top matchup, winning jungle matchup, right?
Yes.
Blood Money's ran the game over last time, basically off of the back of them and some clean team fighting by their bot lane, right? If they can push their advantage like we've seen them do already, it should be pretty winnable. Like it is definitely winnable for them. They could steamroll the game the same way we just watched them, but it is a little concerning that they opted for, once again, a at least head scratcher matchup in the mid lane, a less obvious counter pick.
Yeah, I completely agree. But I mean, you know, Zyra Khan, they did great last game. They were able to literally just 3v2.
Yeah.
Rookstout, he was just and IREP. So,
but did they 3v2 Rookstout, or did Rookstout maybe tilt and run it down a little bit?
Perhaps he may have ran it a little.
EQing at level 3 into a wave and Xayah Feathers is probably not the best way to play it, but
I believe you could even call it trolling.
Maybe trolling is a word that you could use if you.
I believe you could call it trolling.
Inclined.
As Bermanzilla is going to look to get back onto Grasp.
Okay.
Rather than phase rush this game, I like the changes they're doing already.
I think he has the OPGG client, and he just forgot to check the top lane.
See, that would make a lot of sense.
Gave him jungle runes, maybe, but
that actually might have happened.
Yeah, it's possible, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It looks like we're getting pinged out on an early invade here. Here we go.
Okay,
here we go, baby.
Yeah, Zilla's asleep. It is 10 o'clock Eastern time. I don't know which coast he's in, but
yeah, Zilla is asleep at the wheel.
The 50-year-olds are up and running.
Oh, as Speedy is going to walk out of that tri-brush, he might be in a bit of trouble. IREP, I believe, he should have flash W. Oh my goodness. Oh, the flash. Ooh.
That's not how you do that. But he's got Hex Flash, so
he does have Hex Flash.
All right, we're Hex Flash gaming.
Okay, back to Hex Flash gaming it is.
I feel like there is maybe a better way to execute that invade, but you know what? You take what you get, I guess. There's no
I mean, I guess you trade flashes, as Blood's going to get a nice little ward in there early.
Yeah,
Not going to be cleared out.
Blood is actually... I make fun of him a lot for always 5-pointing, but he's actually pretty good at shot calling, having played on his team in these situations where the invade does come through. He's always quick to go in and get vision, which is something that is appreciated, right? Like, you take that advantage.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, if they're taking advantage on one side of the map, you should take your own.
Yeah, and critically, they didn't take advantage, right? So, like, there's no deep vision.
Yeah, they didn't get any wards.
They can presume that Spurg is down here, probably, because there's no leash, but, like, they don't know that. And on the flip side, Blood Monies knows that Jarvan is topside, right? Like,
Yes.
They're positive Jarvan is here.
100%. Bro's gonna be late to lane. They should see it, and they're gonna spot Jarvan on this ward when he goes to clear his Wraith camp.
Yeah, and you might be like, oh, that just means
As Blood is taking a lot of punishment in this mid lane.
Okay, so we got a trade in the bot lane.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so the Hex Flash used instead of just Wing onto him. I like that he wants to show off why he took the rune, but that didn't look too effective.
No.
Well,
Blood already down a Corrupting Pod stack in the mid lane, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this matchup is winnable 1 or 2. I think you need to wait maybe a little bit, get some jungle help. And
Yeah, I think there's windows that you can find as a Sylas if you're very good at them, but it's a very difficult champ to play. It's a nice little trade in there from IREP, abusing them when they're still level 1 and not respecting it from the side of the Blood Monies.
Yeah, really caught asleep at the wheel here. Didn't hit level 2, and IREP had it, so he just W's in and gets a huge chunk on the D-Brand. Really well done.
As Spur, once again, fighting with Rookstout. EQ's out. Blood is going to land that E onto him. It looks like Rookstout is going to go down for first blood.
Yeah.
That Ignite is ticking. Is he going to fall? Ooh, health pot's ticking. He is going to be able to live. As Avarn should be able to 2v1 this in the mid lane. He has that passive fully stacked, has the flash available. As well played by Blood, turns it around with the E.
So clean by Blood. Yeah, almost 2 going down again. You can see it's the same darn thing they did last game. They walked mid, they got caught in a 2v2, and Blood Monies outplayed them.
They're literally just getting skill checked. As IREP does have the Ignite here, it looks like Blood is going to go down. Almost trades back onto IREP as well. My goodness, that was a lot closer than it looked because of the level up plus the Triumph.
Yeah, BM there by IREP at the end. The wave is actually in a pretty great spot here for Abron, so he should be in a really awesome spot. Even though that first blood is obviously not, unfortunate, but good roam by IREP to get one back. That's got to feel good.
Sauce just tried to taunt a minion.
Like he's got a kid, okay? Like, what happened?
That's 10 o'clock Eastern time, man.
Yeah, man's got a kid, okay?
As it looks like Spurg is going to get this nice trade onto Zilla right here.
I don't know what
Spurg can really look to go aggressive in their summoners, but Zilla's just going to walk on back top.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing here. This is really weird, but whatever. He's got the cookies for it, right? So.
How bizarre. As yeah, this wave is in a great spot for Abarn. He might be able to look for this here on Blood, with Rookstout looking for it as well.
Yeah.
No flash. Actually, Blood does have that flash available. Nice E out of there to get out of the Irelia stun.
I would love to see Spur come and help his mid lane.
As Rookstout is going to look for it anyway. No stun crucially for Abarn, but just a flash away from the EQ from Blood.
Would have loved to see Spur turn and help his jungler out, or his mid laner out. Wave is in a really awful spot off of Adventure's mid.
Yeah, I think that could have been another profitable 2v2 for
Yeah.
their side, but
Sure.
just actually maybe not. You don't have the Ignite for the Irelia. It could be quite difficult.
You also don't know where IREP is, so this bot lane has prio because the Ziggs is just a monster here pushing in. And IREP at any point can start drifting up top, and then your 2v2 becomes a 3v2.
Yeah, and you can't walk up to try and counter shove the wave, or you just get W'd by Pantheon.
Yeah, really rough. Seeing why they opted for this lane here, I really like it. And it does make you question. I know you just had a good game on the Zyra Khan, but I think you do need to adapt in situations where the lane is very different, right? Like, this is a completely different look bot lane.
Yeah, you went from playing against freaking
Yeah.
Vayne plus Maokai to Ziggs Pantheon.
Very different. So I think just running back the same bot lane is maybe a little questionable, but you can't fault them after having a good game.
So once again, Blood is just being targeted in this mid lane.
Yeah. I mean, they've blown his flash, right? So it's really got to be a matter of time. He knows there's blood in the water though, and he is sort of just sniffing out these ganks pretty well, I think.
As it looks like Spurg is going to walk on in, get a pink ward down. Rook should spot it out. Oh no, he's going to recall on that pink ward. That is not ideal, as he's going to cancel that recall. He is spotted on a ward though, doesn't have that Hextech sweeper yet.
Did he miss the pink?
Yeah, I just don't think he walked into that pixel brush.
No.
And he's just going to reset on a ward. He might actually be in trouble without that flash here. As yeah, the Rakan knockup is going to land. He's just going to get chain CC'd and he's just going to go down. Oh, what an EQ out! D-Brand does have the flash available, but he doesn't have Ignite. It looks like Rookstout might be able to get out. Nope, goes Popeyesberg, and that should be 1 Q and an auto. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to give credit to where credit is due. Great ward. I don't know who dropped it, but Patches, Joa backing there, and they're able to get a kill. Really well done. Honestly, the highlight, I think, of Blood Monies in this series so far has been their communication. They're just looking at a step more coordinated.
As it looks like IREP might be a little bit caught here. credit due, by the way, that ward that Rookstout was spotted on was D-Brand's.
Yeah, I didn't want to credit him without knowing where it was, or that it was for sure him, but yeah, really good warding by him.
Yeah, no, that was super good stuff by him.
Yeah.
As it looks like Spurg is just looking to probably full clear. He's got his red buff up. I think if you're this Hecarim, you just want to keep clearing and just pushing your advantage that you have.
Yeah, I mean, look at the farm lead again in the jungle. It's not quite as impressive as last game, but how could it be, right? Like, that's not the bar.
As Flash is forced out there.
Oh, okay.
Onto Lost in the Sauce. Well played by Zilla.
Okay, Zilla, yeah, get him in there, you know?
As it looks like Abarn's now going to be the one who gets targeted in this mid lane. He's just going to get one shot by this combo of Blood plus D-Brand.
Yeah, this is just a D-Brand series right now. I mean, can we check that he's actually at his computer playing the series? Because I've never seen...
Yeah, are we sure it's him, or could it be someone else? As we are going to have a gank up in this top side, Zilla does have that flash available, and he is going to get 8 out. As who is this able to take down Speedy solo in the bot lane? Not quite sure what happened there, so I'll have to give it a look back.
Yeah, both sums up for Speedy. That's not an excusable mistake, but...
As it looks like Who Is This was just able to poke him out. He didn't have that level 6 yet, and Who Is This was just able to one-shot him without Speedy healing or flashing.
You know, well done. That's going to matter a lot, too. You're the Ziggs, you're getting free time on the tower. Your passive does a ton of damage, and if you get it low enough, you can just W it, execute it, and take that plate.
Yeah, Who Is This desperately trying to carry Abarn. We'll see if he can, see if he can live up to it, but you know,
oh my god, is Abarn DNR this game too? We will find out.
It's not looking good so far. I mean, he forgot to flash early as Dragon #1 is going to go down to the Mariachi Mullets. Another good start for them.
Solo kill bot lane is going to mean the Drake, but again, Spurg is going to take this Herald, and I think it's a trade you'll take again, right? Like,
yeah, intelligent trade by Spurg.
Yeah, you gotta love it, right? Like, in this game, I think you want to get pretty far ahead, and I think the Herald is maybe more conducive to that. I think, you know, getting these early plates, they've shown how well they can team fight, especially when they have that big of a gold lead, right? Like, just take the team fights and take the early gold and trust that at the later Drakes, you can just out-execute them.
No, definitely. And they did it game 1. They executed to perfection. I mean, they got it down to soul point, and they were still able to perform.
Yeah, I mean, they just don't seem to be sweating, right? In week 1, they had maybe some sloppy, less coordinated gameplay, but they were able to win the clutch fights when they mattered to win the series. And this week, they look way
This
more...
Workstout is going to look for this bot lane. Speedy does have that double summoner available. Going to flash out right away. Workstout just going to burn the ultimate, not the flash. So well played by him to get that crucial cooldown out of Speedy.
Yeah, so... does save the ult, which is good from Speedy. Speedy will still have his ult for any team fight that breaks out, but yeah, losing Flash is big. It should put a pretty big target on his back. I want to say D-Brand, again, played that gank really well to buy space for Speedy so that he could get away with just the Flash. I think pretty much any other situation, he plays it. Speedy probably at least has the ult, maybe heal too. So really well done there. But yeah, it should give them windows to get back into this game. It is only a 500 gold lead, and you got to figure with the Drake, you're probably okay with that, right? Like, it really could be a lot worse, especially since we just got off the back of watching a 5K at 11 minutes in the previous game. So 500 is a lot better than 5,000 down, right? You'll take this.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So we've been singing Spurg's praises a lot this series. I haven't been a terribly huge fan of his pathing, as I feel like he could be up much more on Rookstout right now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I agree with that. His pathing has not been the most optimal. I think, given the early games he's gotten, winning these 2v2s the way he has, it's like...
It doesn't really matter.
He should be stomping the game a lot harder than he is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to claim to be an expert on jungle pathing. I'm sure if I was playing...
Like, the Jarvan should not be able to be counter-jungling him right now.
Yeah, this is a little nuts. It feels weird that he's pathing towards bot here for the scuttle with none of his bot camps up.
Yeah, it's just a little bizarre. He could really just be putting Rook completely out of this game like he did last game, but just not quite able to find the same advantages as he did last time, as the ultimate is going to come in here from IREP to stop this first turret from going down. IREP not really in any danger, as Rookstout is going to look to come in. It looks like Spurg is just absolutely one-shot, and the ultimate burn. That is huge for the Mariachi Mullets. The Shin ult is going to come in, stand united. Taunt is going to land just onto IREP. Nice EQ there from Rookstout to knock them up. Two-man Cataclysm at this. It just looks like Abarn's going to clean up here, as flashes away from Blood to try and get a kill. he isn't able to quite pick it up. Only Rookstout was the one to go down. Lost in the Sauce walks away with double buffs, though.
Yeah, overly forced there by Lost in the Sauce, ulting into what I think was already a lost trade. Spurg taking a trade onto IREP, but IREP catches him with the Pantheon W just at the edge of turret range, which is going to mean he gets chunked out before he can ult to safety. And yeah, it's going to be a...
Boys, IREP might be caught out here. He has that Hex Flash. Quickness is popped from D-Brand. Looks like it's going to be chained into that W for sure, as he hasn't quite thrown it out yet. He might think IREP still has Flash, as Aborn is going to come in here to save him, and not in any danger. That's Exhaust and Ultimate burn by D-Brand for nothing from IREP.
Yeah, literally nothing out of IREP. Absolutely love to see that if you're a fan of Mariachi.
Oh, once again, he's back here on a ward, though.
Yeah.
He's just going to blast it away. He's fine. Oh, that's the stolen Pantheon ultimate we were talking about, as it looks like Jarvan EQ is going to get him out of any danger.
All right, yeah, so good luck maybe, but no result. But it should mean that they gave vision control, 50 seconds on this Drake. You definitely don't hate to see that, at least.
Spurg, not able to find Zilla backing in that banana bush.
Yeah, I think he needs to reset here, too. Drake is up in 40, and maybe if he has Herald, this is okay, but... I'd like to see him start passing towards the bot. You also don't have the Stand United, so maybe you're just gonna look to sack this one. I don't know, but yeah.
So I know we talked about the Irelia Sylas matchup in the early game, and how Sylas was stronger in it. Irelia is now just going to run him over, and probably 1v2 without Spurg having ultimate.
Yeah, it seems pretty doomed. If you don't have Ignite, I don't see how you can ever kill her, and even with Ignite, you gotta play it pretty freaking well. You would have loved to see, especially after they won that 2v2 early, you would have loved to see them get a big lead here.
Zabron just gonna Q right in. E is going to land for Bloodbath and Beyond, as we're gonna have a redo of the 2v2 from earlier, but this time we have Zigzar and a Pantheon here. This is gonna be a 2 kills for nothing, and it's probably gonna be the Dragon going down for the Mariachi Mullets.
It's not a 2v2, right? With this team comp and this bot lane in particular, is starting to see the strength of the Ziggs Pantheon. They can assist in damn near any fight that happens on the bot side, right? So these 2v2s break out, and all of a sudden you're saying, like, hey, wait, it's
ult. Yeah.
yeah. So, I kind of watching it in action, love this draft adaptation from them, right? You gotta figure they were thinking, we lost the game on these 2v2 fights. Let's just make them not 2v2.
We have the classic wet noodle fight in the top lane. We might actually...
I think you could have killed him. I think there was maybe a lethal window there, but it's hard to tell.
I think Zilla may still have a lethal window here. If she plays it right. Or if Sauce plays it wrong.
I thought there was lethal for one there.
Yeah, so did I, but actually he might look for it here with the ultimate. No.
No, we're top laners.
This is top lane.
Yeah, why fight when you can let others fight for you? That's the,
exactly.
The
just coin flip.
Yeah, why fight when we can just sit here, shake hands? It's a pro lane, man.
Pop some emotes.
Yeah, we're hanging out,
Just here for a good time, man.
There's other guys playing. I love that they took teleport. Every other top laner probably complains about this, but the fact that you can't teleport on these wards anymore means that I feel absolutely zero guilt in teleporting back to lane and just eating waves and smiling.
Oh no, until level 14 you're 100% off the hook. It's like, not my problem.
It is beautiful. It's
not my problem. You assholes figure it out. As we're going to have the ultimate in here from IREP. They're looking for a nice little 3-man here on the top side. Great play by the Mariachi Mullets, and they're going to take down the second turret of the game.
Yeah, wasn't able to get the W off.
Oh, nope, they are going to... Not going to let it happen, as Blood is going to look for it. Everfrost does not quite land. The Abduct is going to land, though, from him. It looks like the flash away from IREP. Will it end up killing him? That's a great onslaught of shadows to knock IREP back, and that's going to be a kill for Bloodbath and Beyond. Romanzilla pops up the Warhorn. Not going to do much, though, as another Warhorn is coming in. What a fight we have up here in this top side, as this is a fight Irelia loves, as she's just going to clean house on everyone. D-Brand does have that flash available, so he's not in too much danger. Stand United is procced, as we're going to have Shin coming in. Is he going to... Oh, he is going in with the taunt. It is going to land. Aborn is going to go down. No, he's able to heal up with the Qs, as they're going to kill everyone. Aborn picks up a double kill.
Yeah, second time Lost in the Sauce is just overforced on what is already a lost fight. I don't know why they keep going back in with these channels.
He's lost in the sauce, man.
He really is.
He is lost in the sauce.
He's looking a little lost here. And yeah, you're seeing the power pick of this Irelia. Just melee champions galore to smack and stack your passive on, and then all of a sudden you are king in these fights.
Yeah, when Irelia hits that, she hits that power spike super hard with that Blade of the Ruined King. She just can murder in these fights if you don't have grievous wounds.
Yeah, and with the early Drakes here too, you know, we talked a lot about the Herald for Drake trade. If you're getting these Drakes already, you're staring down a pretty quick soul if you're this far ahead. As the Mariachi Mullets, right? They're going to be looking at another Infernal Soul this game, and
yeah, more Infernal Soul gaming. Not boring.
Yeah,
not Cloud Soul either.
Could
Always
Cloud
exciting.
Soul. Dude, I hate Ocean Soul. Everyone flames Cloud Soul, and Cloud Soul sucks. But like,
Ocean Soul's your pet peeve, really? IREP is gonna look for D-Brand here.
So boring.
You don't have your team, IREP. I'm not so sure you want to be here, as the Ignite's going to land and he is going to go down to blood. A little bit of a questionable Hex Flash there.
Yeah, not the best, but he's got to show off why he took it, man. Right? Like he took it for the style points. Okay, and
you know, it's making a whole lot more sense why IREP doesn't take Flash now that I'm seeing it.
Yeah, because
as it looks like the Zigzold is going to come out from the Silas, not going to really do much. Speedy just going to clear out this wave as they're going to look for this nice little objective bounty. Zigzold not going to clear the entire wave, so this objective bounty should go down for blood monies.
Oh, maybe.
Rookstyle wants to fight this. I don't think you really want to without that Irelia here.
Yeah, you can't fight without that Irelia. Any fight without Irelia at this point of the game is trolling.
Yes, it is a bad fight.
Not that there couldn't be a good fight, right, where you win, but that's results-based analysis, right? Like, you want to win this game, you take the fights with your Irelia.
As it looks like, D-Brand and Sauce 100% go 1v2'd, and it's not very close.
Yeah, I don't think so. What I will say, though, is it's going to get covered up a little by the fact that he's such a powerful champion for this game state, but Avarn griefed a lot of his
as IREP once again just in absolute no man's land. Bromanzilla might be able to assist him. No, another good onslaught of shadows. As it looks like, never mind, he might be able to turn it around. Pop, and questionably the Zyult as well, but Avarn is coming in. He's going to be taunted out by Sauce. He is going to go down just barely. Oh no, he's able to heal up. That Blade of the Ruined King really showing out again. Blood's going to go in with a Cataclysm of his own, but I don't really think they have the damage as Irelia's going to jump back in. Looks like D-Brand is going to go down. Zigzold is going to miss, but it looks like that's going to be a 4-for-1 in the end.
Yeah, Irelia is not killable, I guess. I mean, it looked like he had a GA there. Like, he just wouldn't go down. His health bar hung out low, but, you know, never went down and ultimately wipes the fight. Flashes the mastery like an Irelia player does, even though, you know... I'm not saying he's played bad, but like...
Go ahead.
There's no way he can lose this game, and that champion is so overstated. I don't know. I don't like Flashing Master there, but you know what? Whatever. Take it when you got it.
We'll let him. We'll let him. As crucially, the first grievous wounds of the game has finally been picked up by Lost in the Sauce and Bloodbath and Beyond after that exchange. As the Abduct is going to land onto, yeah, it looks like Bromanzilla's just dead.
Yeah, you know what? But the people getting caught are not the ones with the bounties.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, and it looks like there's no Rise ult to counter it like it was in the last game. Nope, turret's not going to get low enough. Spurg's looking for something, but he doesn't have that Onslaught of Shadows just yet.
Yeah, without that, hard to find an engage here. I'm curious what you think, looking at IREP's build, the first item, Serpent's Fang.
Yeah, there's not really a ton of shielding.
Just the Shen, and the Guardian, I guess, from Rakan, too.
The Shen, the Guardian, plus the passive of Rakan.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess the Shen ultimate is what they're really thinking about?
Yeah, yeah, Rakan E.
Yeah, it's definitely a little questionable. It's not like it's doing nothing, though. Like, it's a good item.
Yeah, it's not awful. Definitely not awful. And the item, it's not what it used to be, where it used to be basically always efficient, right? Shields or no shields, but... Yeah,
it's no longer 100% gold efficient, or I think it was even more than 100% gold efficient. It was an insane item.
There was a point where it was almost never bad to buy, right? Like,
yeah.
If you're playing those types of champs, the shields were almost like a bonus.
So here we go. Avarn is already building towards that death stance. I think when he achieves that, this game could reach a critical state.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's already there, but I think it becomes very critical at that point.
Yeah, anyone that's played against a Fed champion with that Death Stance knows how obnoxious it feels. If you're behind into the Death Stance champions, like...
Especially in Irelia.
Zero damage. Yeah, Irelia is the big one, right? Like, because she heals so much that you're just not taking any damage anymore. It feels like you're just hitting your head into a brick wall. Like, it feels so useless. You just may as well ult F4. Like, it's like Soul meets Elder meets Barret. Like, every buff you can think of, right? Like, it feels so hopeless.
they're looking towards Sauce in that top lane, but nothing's really going to come of it. The real question is, I think they're just going to Baron dance until this Infernal Soul comes up is what's going to happen.
Yeah, and
As actually they are pinging onto it. They might just start it out here, interestingly enough. And yes, they are already on it.
I don't like this, but I mean, maybe they just think there's no way we lose.
I mean, they have the Orin Horn. I feel like they have really great disengages. They're just going to use it to engage. A nice Aurelia ult into the Ziggs ult. Oh my goodness, all the ults just layered on top of each other. It looks like Sauce is going to go down. D-Brand's gone down. That's already a 3-for-0. That's going to be the Baron now.
Yeah, this game is not winnable anymore. They could throw all their bounties into them, and I don't know that this comp is capable of playing into this Aurelia anymore.
Yeah, with the Baron on top of it, I feel like this is just going to be a desperation contest from the side of Team Blood Monies. As the Ziggs ult is going to come out, but nothing's really going to come of it, and they're just going to turn back onto the Baron. As now Abarn is just going to look to zone Blood and Speedy both at once. Actually, Abarn getting taken quite low. As he still has that flash available, Zilla just going to be doing a little bit of zoning. I don't think Blood's very killable, and I don't think Zilla is before this game reaches like a crazy state. As the Shen ult is coming out, he is going to miss, but the taunt itself is going to land onto Irep, and who is this? Everybody else is able to get out, so there are still 3 Barons on the field.
Alright, there's a shutdown. That's a big shutdown. I think went to Speedy, if I saw that
correctly.
correctly.
Yeah, Speedy, correct. He did get one of the shutdowns. I believe he got Who Is This' shutdown, which was around 700 gold. I will double check that though.
Yeah, but either way, like, I was just
it was more. He got an 850 shutdown on Who Is This.
Dang. Yeah, so I was just about to shout out Bromanzilla for how well he's played this game, but you gotta wonder, why is he trading their zoning like that? Just step back and wait, dude. Like, fight with your team. You blew all the CC, which allowed Silas to escort in with the Shen and get looks back on your carries. And like,
yeah, just play a little bit closer to the Baron pit.
Yeah, if he's not sitting there trading with all his CC, there's no way Blood can get that close and then just obliterate your AD like that, right? Like, hold your CC until you have people to help you, because otherwise you're just knocking up a Silas that can't die, right? Like, you're never killing him with Zorn.
Yeah,
so,
no, 100%.
A little questionable, but still, Baron should still be basically unlosable.
Yeah, I still no death stance on Irelia though. Still hasn't quite reached that power spike.
Yeah.
So if there's a chance for Blood Monies to win this game, it is here. As it looks like, nope, Spurg is going to get caught out. Onslaught of Shadows out. That's never what you want to see from a Hecarim. Oh, a nice little field goal there from Abarn. That's worth 3 points on the Irelia ult.
There you go, yeah. You know, at this point, you may as well take that field goal because you are so far ahead, you don't really need a
As you're praying for a miracle steal at this point with Spurg, but how does he even get into the pit?
Chunked with no ult. This is...
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, you don't even have any range to attempt the steal, right? Like,
yeah, this is just miracle steal time. As the Featherstorm gonna come out. Oh my goodness! The steal from Speedy Bandito is gonna come out with the Featherstorm.
Wait, can we maybe get a replay on that? I want to see how that went down because...
Yeah, can we get a slow-mo replay on that Speedy ultimate?
Joe has Smite here too. How much damage did that do? That was like 1,000 damage to cure.
Yeah, no smites came out. It was just one shot.
Does the Aurelia ult do damage to the Baron? I can't tell if that was actually a part of that version.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so yeah, Blood threw the Aurelia ult over with the Silas, you know, the steal. He takes the Aurelia ult, throws it over at the same time as Speedy pulls back all those feathers, and they're able to burst it out from like 1,100 damage. I see in chat, this ain't Joe. Joe didn't have a shot at that. Like, that was an 1,100 or so damage.
Oh, here we go. The Ornhorn is popped out. Shen ult as well onto Bloodbath and Beyond. It looks like he's not really in too much danger. Irep getting some nice little Serpent's Fang value there.
Yeah, there you go. That's why you buy the item, right?
He's actually reduced 800 shielding with it so far. That's not too shabby.
Yeah, maybe it's not as bad as we thought, right? Is that he's going to New Mythic? Right?
Yes, I do believe he is going the New Mythic.
Do you like that? I feel like I would probably prefer to see like an Eclipse or something here, but...
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Duskblade, Prowler's Claw, anything that isn't.
It's alright, you know?
Yeah.
That's what he does. Yeah, he got
Look, man, I'm pretty sure he has, like, you know, you have like an opening window, like a pinned website when you open Google Chrome.
Yeah, yeah.
His is ultimate bravery.
Oh, I totally believe that.
His is ultimate bravery.
I could see him being like the creator of Ultimate Bravery. It would not shock me. Everyone thinks there's like a robot that's like posting those builds or whatever, but it's
It's just IREP the whole time. It's just
computer. Like,
when it gets pinged, IREP just like gets on his computer. He's like, oh, time to make a new build.
like, all right, Nasher's Tooth Wukong this game. You've got this. If you go, if you go.
Trust me, I have literally played it before.
That's how IREP boogies down. But you know, the Ornn items coming through. Death's Dance is online for the Aurelia. Interestingly enough, I don't.
Oh, here we go. We have the copied. Oh, that's not a great ult there from Blood. Because it looks like Spurg might be a little bit caught out, taking a little bit of punishment. Ults in, but doesn't quite fear anybody. He's just gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can tell Blood has never played a tank in his life, especially Ornn. So.
As here we go, we have the Pantheon ultimate coming in. Blood. It looks like he's gonna get caught out. Oh no, IREP, you did not actually want to be in first place.
Yeah, you know, not.
As Rookstout, he might be in a little bit of trouble too. Has that EQ, he's gonna get stunned up. Nice little Zergus. Great 4-man Irelia ultimate. And it looks like here comes the EQ, the Ziggs ultimate layered on top. As they're just all getting melted down from the Blood monies.
Oh no, Shutdown goes on to Speedy too. Abarn's 1,000 gold. And we have a Shen-ult coming back on the other side of this fight as Speedy attempts to kite out.
Yeah, Speedy is trying to kite it out, but it just looks a little bit doomed. Who is just trying to clean up Blood I believe that was lost in the sauce. There's just so much going on. As who is this able to pick up the double kill? Bromanzilla in the fight of the century and just headbutt Speedy down in the bot lane.
Let him know, Zilla. Yeah, beating down on that low health Zaya. But yeah, critically, Abarn goes down early, gives the shutdown to Speedy, but I think this should still be the game. Maybe not?
No, I don't think it's quite game yet without that Baron up. I think it's probably just going to be a possible double inhib angle.
Yeah.
As here we go, we have more fighting onto D-Brand. It looks like Rookstout's going in. I don't think he really wants to be here. Sterix is popped, so he gets a nice little shield. Spurg is fighting this. I believe he wins this if he's able to dodge out the EQ. He is not able to as the bomb lands. Here comes the Cataclysm. And that is going to be another double kill for who is this?
It's a horror, and meanwhile you just got the Ornn split pushing, smacking this tower. And they're just going to take the lead. Look at that.
Just headbutt City in this bot lane with Zilla.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting after it down here, and yeah. Rough TV2 here. Rough game, honestly, from Spurg. He's not looked comfortable on the Tech Rim, anywhere near as comfortable as he did on the Udyr. You hate to see
and he opted into this over the Udyr.
This was his pick, right? And and I don't know if they were maybe just terrified of the. Feels like picking your jungle to take away in this series is not the way to go, right? Like, because it feels like he took this to take it away from Goa, as we do have a...
Oh, but here we go. We have the stolen Irelia ultimate from Bloodbath and Beyond. They're doing this Baron. Who is this? Is actually taking a lot of damage from over the wall. As the Baron is down to just about half. A nice 3-man Irelia ultimate there from Blood. Here comes the Ornhorn. It is going to get hit onto absolutely nobody. And the Baron is slain by IREP somehow. Smite missed again there by Rookstout. But it does not matter as they're just going to walk away with Baron cleanly after all of it.
Yeah, no way they can really get a test off, right? Tried to throw the Aurelia ult in to maybe get another Miracle Steal, but just too early. And now he isn't going to be able to take that critical cooldown ahead of the soul fight here. It is up in 6 seconds though, and I think Mariachi Mullets is maybe a little too slow here. If they can burst it out,
I didn't like that.
No,
I didn't like that reset. The tempo was incredibly stuffed. Oh, but I don't like going for that Scuttle Crab. Just start the dragon.
Yeah. Just try to burst it out. It's not.
I'm hoping for a Miracle Steal twice now. Oh, they learned you can drag the dragon out of the pit. A miracle has occurred. Oh no, it goes back in. It wants to be stolen. It wants to be stolen. Looks like Blood is going to get stunned out. He's going to be fighting with Bromanzilla. Nice 2-man knockup there from D-Brand. As here comes all the cooldowns. Here comes the Ornhorn. It's going to land onto 2. Red team does get the dragon after all of it. Who is just untouched in the back, just fighting. Abarn quite low into that stopwatch. Another stopwatch there popped from Blood. It looks like they're doing okay in this fight, but it's just not quite enough after everything. You're just getting wallet checked at this point. Who is this? Flashes in, takes down. Triple kill for who is this? As it looks like that's going to be a 4-for-1, and that's going to be the game most likely.
Definitely game. Looks like we're headed to a game 3, but honestly, not even the worst team fighting there at the end from Blood Monies, and I think
no, they fought that incredibly well, but the wallet disadvantage was just painfully showing.
Just down 11k gold or whatever it was, probably not 11k at the time of the fight, but still, it's just not winnable. You're too far behind, and when the soul comes through, that's kind of just the icing on top. is going to be Team Mariachi Mullets looking to knock on the next.
Oh, a nice 3-man taunt there from Lost on the Sauce to try and delay what I think is the inevitable. Oh my goodness, who is this? Does so much damage as he just bombs them all to another country. Oh my goodness, as that's going to be the Nexus and that's going to be the game. That's going to be a tied up series. We're going to game 3.
Yeah, honestly, after the way game 1 looked, game 2 looked equally as convincing. Turning it around for the Mariachi Mullets, smashing Blood Monies in game 2, really showing that they made some awesome adaptations in the draft. I love getting the Aurelia and getting the Ornn early, right? Because we saw how much better both of those players looked on Comfort Champions, right? Don't let yourself get banned out a ton. You know, why let it slip?
Even though Abarn and Rook were 2v2 gapped again, their comp was just better, and they should have played it better the first game, but they were able to execute this game, and it gave them a win.
Yeah, I think critically, too, Blood Money's just opted for basically the same comp with another losing mid lane matchup, right? I hate the drafting I think, honestly, they've kind of gotten draft gap both games.
So do I. I completely agree.
Super apparent, right? Especially because they don't win an early 2v2 that just tilts the game out of control. I mean, they did win the 2v2, but not anywhere near as hard this game, and Spurg's pathing did not let him get ahead of the Jarvan. Honestly, looked pretty uncomfortable on the Heck Room, which is weird since he looked so clean on it last week. But yeah, I think they need to actually make some adaptations, because this look from Mariachi Mullets was completely different, and they ran the exact same look into it, right?
Irelia has to go.
Yeah,
Irelia has to go. They did not understand how to play against it.
Yeah, and if you're gonna pick a melee mid like that, you're just making it way too easy for him. Like, it's like I said, Abarn had a pretty great game, honestly, all things considered, but it was so easy for him, right? Because of the draft error and picking the blue 5 Silas with already 2 melee frontliners, right? And yeah, you should, in theory, have like the dodge zone on the Shen W to maybe make his life a little harder. But
yeah,
with the Xayah as well, it's like Xayah is relatively short range, and all of a sudden it is very difficult for Abarn to not just pop off, right? Like, maybe you catch him in a Feather Storm or something and kill him. That started to happen towards the end. But really, it was just too little too late, and they ran away with it.
Yeah, but we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We got game 3 to sort out. Enjoy the Silver Scrapes.
do what we love. Risk the follow, we have felt it all come crashing down from far above. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding, only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of a world that we defy. A soul ray of the few who rise up high. And we all fight at the last strife. Hearing voices from afar, join the madness when the curtain falls. Risk it all, hold nothing back. Seize the day, we must attack. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of a world that we defy. A soul ray.
All right, welcome back, TCL guys and gals, for Game 3. We've had a spicy couple of games so far. They
Yeah.
have been action-packed. I'm joined with my man here, Bully. What do you think of those last two games, dude?
Yeah, two one-sided stomps for both teams. I am fine, but Abarn's in game, so he can't stop me. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the story of game 2 was really the draft gap, right? Mariachi Mullets, we've talked about it, we've harped on it at the end there, but I'm gonna keep harping on it now. They giga draft gapped Blood Monies there and got a pretty massive lead just off of that alone. Even though they lose the 2v2, I think maybe the unsung hero of this game was IREP going mid, killing Blood after they lost that 2v2, and able to salvage that lane for Abarn, and then gets the wave in a really good spot. As we are into pick spans, TF banned all 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, no surprise. That champion, with its global presence and the global lack of presence of map awareness in the TCL, it just makes sense.
Yeah, and I think too, if you're gonna play things like the Ziggs, maybe don't have a TF that can just ult down when it's jamming waves like that and obliterate it.
Yeah,
right?
it would not work well for the side of Team Mariachi Mullets if that was just ulting Who Is This on cooldown.
Yeah, might like to see, honestly, we've seen Who Is This look really good on the Ziggs a couple times now. I might like to see that picked up because you could see how big of a game changer it was in that game. Like, all of a sudden, the bot lane is shoving and really hard winning.
As the Ornn is taken away from Zilla, we won't have any field goals this game.
Yeah, no field goals. I think that's good, right? You've seen that they're willing to early pick their solo laners now. It's going to be interesting to see if they pick up an Aurelia ban here, because we know Abron's going to take it. Unless
Yeah,
Blood-
I'd really like to see the Aurelia ban here.
Yeah, unless Blood is willing to pick it, right? Like, the caveat is if they're going to pick it on R2, which I...
As
Ooh,
the Hecarim banned away instead, the Aurelia is open again.
It's interesting that they're so scared of the Hecarim, right? Last game, you got to presume they picked it away as we have the Ziggs lock. That makes sense.
Yeah, just straight away for Who Is This.
Yeah, you have to presume that they picked the Hecarim early last game to avoid having to deal with it from
Yeah.
Rook Scout. I think the champ is really strong, but I think they're curtailing their entire draft strat around it, and it seems a little weird to me. Personally, I'd like to see maybe if we can get back to Uderland here. I don't know what Rook will play into it.
As Ash for
Ash.
Speedy Bandito, that's very interesting.
Wild. Okay, I like it a lot more though into the Ziggs than the Xayah. I
No,
think it's
definitely,
a way better look into
definitely.
Xayah. You've got
And
more
Ash especially recently got buffed with those long range arrows. I don't know if you've seen the ultimate. It is zooming when it
Yeah.
starts to get going.
It's actually pretty quick, and yeah, the champ is another favorite of Speedy's. I know he loves to play this champion. As he got the Jarvan lock again.
Jarvan, finally, Spur gets his turn on Jarvan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Jarvan is a bad pick. It's just I don't like both of these junglers opting for pick aways from the other, and then just saying like, you know what, you get to counter pick me. Like,
Yeah, like it's just it's a little odd.
we've seen the jungler. Not that Joa looked. I honestly don't think Joa's looked great on the Jarvan in either game. Right?
No.
What are you afraid of? Let him take it the third time as you got the.
Oh, is the
Malphite.
Malphite. I really like the Malphite pick here.
Okay, yeah, already good. Ash's life is going to be hell.
Oh, Ash
is
is going to be miserable this game.
Yeah, this is going to suck. It's going to be interesting to see if Zilla can play it really well, because I think some of these lanes can get really rough. I don't know if Lost in the Sauce is going to play any of the champs.
Yeah, the
that
question
can
is,
get really
does
good help.
Sauce have a champion that can really punish this Malphite? Is the Irelia for Abarn yet again?
Yeah, I really hate some of these. It's just another lack of adaptation from Blood Monies, right? They kept their Hecarim ban. They picked away the Jarvan, which is obviously their strats seem to revolve around getting Rook off comfort, I guess. But I really think they needed to adapt their draft. They had a pretty good game one, but mostly off of the back of just the Udyr counterpick. And then they've not really changed anything. So you got the Mordekaiser. I think that should be a pretty nasty matchup for Malphite.
Yeah, no, that's a great pick for Sauce into that
Yeah.
Malphite. Really going to be able to punish him.
So critically as well, this could at least force Abarn to buy a QSS. This is going to make it a lot harder for him to just jump in, with no fear. If Mordekaiser is able to just grab him, even if you build Zonias, sit there and just go golden for the entire duration of the ult. As long as Abarn can't be 1v9ing your team, it's huge.
Yeah, exactly. If you're making space for your team against this Irelia, it's just huge for you guys. And I hate this Fizzban when you're picking Irelia like this.
It's so bad. It's so bad, but I mean, they're going to sit there and say, you know what, we won the last game, let's just not change anything.
Yeah, I guess if it's not broke, don't fix it. And if they're really sticking to the script from last game, they're going to ban the... What were they banning?
Is it a top laner maybe? They banned, It was definitely a top laner, and I definitely can't remember what it was, because I remember saying, like, I think this should be set. They might have banned Malphite. I think they did ban Malphite.
I think they did ban Malphite.
Yeah. So...
My brain is failing me. As
My
the
brain-
Sejuani banned
Oh,
away from
okay.
Rook. I actually like that. I think Irelia stacks the Sejuani E passive extremely fast,
Yeah.
and it would be a bit unplayable.
Honestly, kind of shocked they didn't opt for it a little faster. Maybe wanted the Malphite to pick it and avoid maybe Bovie picking that. But yeah, I think the Sejuani would have been really good here. That is the
As
Braum.
Braum denied from D-Brand. I like that as well.
I wonder if he'll go Rakan even without the Xayah pairing. I think.
Yeah,
it's
no, it'll be
Nautilus
interesting to
first.
see.
Ooh, I don't like Nautilus with
As
Jarvan.
Nautilus picked up. Nautilus Ash bot lane.
I really don't like Nautilus a lot with Jarvan. I think it's kind of anti-synergistic. It's very easy for Jarvan to pick the engage and Nautilus to just kind of stand there like, all right, what do I do? I don't know. I mean, you're always going to get really obvious utility out of that ult, and locking down Abarn is going to be key this game, and he can pretty easily do that. And there's the Nunu. Will we get it?
And that is
Yeah,
going to
we
be
do.
the Nunu locked in. Here we
Okay.
go.
Super comfort for Rookstout. This is his main champion. He's really good at this, and I think anyone that's played against Rookstout knows this champion, when he gets it, Rook goes from being like a solid, like, slower tempo jungle to all of a sudden you have to be playing safe everywhere if you don't know where he is, because he is very good at using the fact that Nunu can get a lot of mobility around the map with the snowballs.
As we have the Pike.
All right.
Okay.
Super winning matchup, and it's kind of the same idea, right? The Pantheon is able to roam and support these skirmishers breaking out.
So we have a Yasuo Yone hover.
Ooh, will he go Yas or Yone?
I would personally like to see the Yasuo and Irelia so you can win wall that ultimate.
You definitely can, but I think these are just troll hovers. I don't think he's actually going to do any of them.
And the Ahri. I really like the Ahri pick.
So much better.
Really like the Ahri pick in Diaborn.
So much better than the freaking Silas. I'm so glad we get the Ahri. Good adaptation from Blood, right as I criticize his team for not changing stuff up. I think this is a lot harder for Aurelia to team fight into, right? You're walking into an Ashe, you're walking into a Nautilus, and the Ahri Mordekaiser are going to make it a lot harder. I think Abarn might have maybe Blood Team said, you know what, we got better answers for this Aurelia. Let's give it to him. He'll take it, and let's draft a comp around beating it.
I mean, the crowd control on the side of Team Blood Money is immense, to say the least.
Yeah, much
immense.
better.
The slows, the stuns, the knockups. They're going to be a lot better off dealing with this Irelia this game.
Yeah, you can tell they realize, like, we just didn't really have any way of locking down and finishing the Aurelia, right? We've got more damage this game. We've got more peel this game. Let's kill the Aurelia. And honestly, I think this game, I do kind of like the Pike pick because I think it's a good matchup into the Nautilus, and it's with no Pantheon on the board, kind of the next best thing, right? You can go and support your team in these skirmishes while the Ziggs is going to be fine to do Ziggs things in the side lane. But it is going to be a lot harder for them to deal consistent damage. You have a Nunu instead of a Jarvan. You have a Malphite instead of an Ornn, who, yeah, will do some damage, but a lot less. Ziggs is going to be the same thing, and Aurelia is going to get a lot less. I think they're going to be shocked and find out really quickly, unless it's a stomp, how much less damage Aurelia is able to actually put out versus this comp, because this comp is way different. Like, can do so much more to kill that Aurelia, to burst her out, and really make her damage windows a lot less available.
The one thing I think I could knock Team Blood Money's draft for is maybe an Ezreal over the Ashe.
Yeah, maybe. I know Speedy plays both, but I think they maybe... I mean, yeah, Ezreal, I think, probably would have just been straight better.
I mean, the pick potential skyrockets with the Ashe ult.
Yeah,
The sky's the limit.
Yeah, I think they're really just saying, like, we can't get 1v9 by Aurelia again. Like, as long as Aurelia
Yeah, we cannot let it happen.
Maybe Ziggs kills one or two of us. Maybe he gets away with a better laning phase. But, like, as long as we have something to get Abarn stunned and then we can kill him, like, we'll go for that. Like, whatever that means, we'll do that.
Who is this? Obviously played the lane extremely well. 1v1 Speedy. He just died with both sums up.
Yeah, that was one of the points in the game that really you could kind of start to tell what was, the writing was almost on the wall. Because at the point where the bot lane's getting kills like that, and the
momentum hard shifts from maybe leaning one way or the other to just, okay, this is starting to get out of control.
And Abarn was already even or ahead in what should be a winning matchup. So once you see the bot lane get ahead too, the Shen's not gonna straight like 1v9 the game. That was the point where it started to seem ridiculously out of control. So really the pressure I think this game is on Speedy to not miss position and step a little too far when he can wait for the wave to come back to him, right? Don't let yourself get caught by this Ziggs poke and give up a kill like that, right? You need to hold your own here.
And I know you talked about Rookstout's like just extreme aggression on the Nunu pick. If Speedy is able to do some well done and well timed hawk shots, he can really nullify that pick.
Yeah, I mean, playing jungle versus Ashe is freaking.
It's a literal map hack.
It's freaking annoying. It's like
it's a map hack.
What was the old sum? Was it Clairvoyance? Where you could
Clairvoyance,
yes.
You
could take it and you could immediately, it was like Blue Trink from level 1. Yeah, that's kind of how it feels playing versus Ashe. Like, I think good Ashes take it at level 2, especially in organized play, and you just throw it out there. Like,
yeah, there's an angle. They're on red side, so I believe they don't have the best angle, but they'll have to have the shove in if they want to throw one that will see all 6 camps.
Yeah. Well, they should have access to that. You got to figure Ziggs is going to at least struggle a little bit in the early shove. I know the Varus matchup is pretty rough for him early, and I think Ashe plays the same way if I'm not mistaken. In that levels like 1 through 3, she should have priority, but I'm not 100% sure. So we do get onto the Rift here in what should be a pretty awesome and deciding game 3.
Yes, here we go. We're getting straight into it. It doesn't look like we're gonna have any cheese invades or anything this time.
No. I think the impetus for that would be on Blood's team, and they're not gonna do it, right? Blood Money is just not gonna invade ever. Like,
you could put a gun to Blood's head, tell him to invade, and he'd say pull the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, I remember. Yeah, true. I remember teaming on his with Virtus the Word Season 2. We would beg him because I was playing Thresh like every game and be like, "Come on, man!
Like just let us.
Give me one!" And like he just wouldn't do it. He just won't. He won't have it. So it is what it is. Man's got his principles. He won't invade. He won't invade.
I completely agree. But got some early emoting. That's a sick emote from Berg.
From who? What did Spurgs? I didn't see it.
It was like some sunglasses emote. It was actually pretty cool. See if he pops it again. Oh, Q is gonna land there from IREP. A little bit BM. We'll see if it comes. Yeah, there it is.
Wait, that is pretty baller.
Yeah, that's a sick emote.
I like that. Yeah, when the emotes came out, I had to turn them off because I think my win rate must have cut in half. Like,
just too busy spamming them.
Yeah, I mean, no, not only am I too busy spamming them, but you solo kill me and I see a stupid Depengu just fucking dabbing on me or whatever. Like,
Oh, dude, when you get solo kill and you get dab pingued, it's like,
yeah,
dear
it's
God.
like, God, I just
Let me out.
Yeah, this is enough. I'm lost. So yeah, that was a pretty baller emote though. I don't think I've seen that one.
As here we go, we have Irelia doing Irelia things.
Yeah, Aurelia just. But yeah,
As we said earlier, nice little W there from Speedy. Gonna hit. Who is this? So IREP looking for an early Q. I'd be pretty surprised if that hit,
yeah, I
as
think
it is not.
Brand should walk up and try to get more control over this wave, which is what he's doing, which is good. I think you're right. It's key that they get shove here and get a good toss cut off. Maybe they're a little worried there could be a Nunu gank wrapping around. But I think a good hawk shot should be able to spot him. He is skipping wolves going straight to red, so I think that's what he's looking for. I think
Yeah, and I'm fairly sure. Oh, a nice little hook there landing from D-Brand onto IREP. Gonna flip that E out. The hook is going to land onto him. He's got Hail of Blades, so this is going to be a decent little trade. But who is this actually not able to get an auto in? So that's a trade for the side of Team Dads. As Spurg is finding Abarn here in the mid lane. Getting a nice, flash charm just barely misses. Good flash there by Abarn to get out of there.
Okay, we won't get a Fiesta 2v2, but yeah, they're trying. I mean, I think honestly, Blood Monies is probably really sitting here saying like, look, man, like we've messed him up twice in a row now on the 2v2s. Let's just keep taking these. Like, obviously we're better players than them. We can win.
Just skill check them.
Rough CS in there by Blood. Maybe not used to the Ari autos.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
But Speedy does not quite have that hawkshot level yet. Level 3 will come in after the cannon wave though, so that will come out sooner rather than later. But for now, Rookstout is going to remain anonymous in his pathing, and he's going to be getting that bot scuttle.
Yeah, they've got no clue. I really would.
Oh, as he is snowballing in down there. Is he going to find? Oh, great hook buffer there from D-Brand to get out of there. That's very well played. As Rook is going to get chunked out quite a bit, but he's not in any real danger. Another good hook lands onto IREP. He's going to get pretty chunked out. Not going to E away or anything. He's not in any real danger. D-Brand took Exhaust inside the Ignite, which is a very safe pick into this comp. You're going to want to Exhaust the Irelia every fight. Yeah. That's very well played by the bot lane, and a great hook buffer from D-Brand, as Blood is going to get solo killed by Abarn in the mid lane.
Alright, well that's a big solo kill. That's what you got to do. I think Aurelia has to get ahead here. It's way different this game. We've already talked about it, but it's not going to be just like an auto win for the Aurelia in this comp. You got to get ahead, and that's the way to do it, right? But before we get too far away, again, yeah, big shout out to D-Brand. Awesome buffer on the hook. I love it.
Yeah, and I just watched that Irelia playback mid. Irelia was just able to Q in with 4 stacks, landed the E, and both of you don't have flashes. That's all she wrote for Blood.
Yeah, people forget, I think, because Ari now has...
Who is this taking a pretty big chunk? But here comes Joe with the snowball. He's going to land a 2-man. Great hit onto him. Heal comes out from Speedy. Same with the flash. Rook is going to be able to take one of them down. He's nice flash out. He's just at 1 HP. IREP going to flash ignite D-Brand. Is he going to go down? He has that shield active. No heal available. Oh, the Q and just barely misses. Oh my goodness. D-Brand escapes with his life.
Yeah, lives by the skin of his teeth. Really well played to turn that back. That looked absolutely doomed when Rookstout hit.
Yeah, that 2-man snowball made it look terrible as Bromanzilla taking a massive chunk there from Sauce. Yeah. Sauce is just running this lane. As Blood, speaking of getting run, is just getting run over by this frickin' Irelia pick.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is people forget because of all the all the mobility Ari's just had added into her kit, that this champ is actually dashless pre-6, right? Like has absolutely nothing going for her. If that ult is not available, she's a sitting duck for the Aurelia. Aurelia gets on, and she's got nothing to do but flash away. When that CD is down, she is dead. So very. Yeah,
and Abarn does have the ult advantage. He's got that level 6 to the level 5 of Blood. He could potentially look for a kill here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he's a little worried there could be a Jarvan, or maybe doesn't see any window.
D-Brand just steps away from the pike hook.
Yeah, just walk away.
You're okay.
You're good.
As it looks like just some normal hullabaloo going on. Rookstout and Spurg pretty even on farm. Rookstout able to find a little bit more success in the ganking, being able to force out all those bot lane sums, but game is kind of shifted into a bit of a lull state with not a whole lot going on. As we say that, Blood getting traded on by Abarn mid doesn't have enough mana to use that ultimate.
Yeah, and missed the rebound on the Q, so it doesn't get the true damage back. Yeah, no mana. He's just got it back here.
Sauce looking for a trade up top lane, has negative attack speed. Oh, the ultimate is going to come out, interestingly enough. Not really going to be able to do that.
Yeah, I have a rule with Wolf Kaiser. I do not press R when I'm that far up in the lane, unless it's guaranteed. It is almost never good.
Yeah, it's best to just hold that for if you ever get ganked by Rookstout so you can 1v1 him.
Yeah,
This looks like this is going to be, once again, the dragon stacking for the Mariachi Mullins.
Yeah, you know, just take the early Drake. They are 3 for 3 on first Drakes. They're putting that as a central priority for them, and it's paid off.
Yeah, no, for sure. And they're also going to net the blue buff as a result of this, because Spurg did not, for one of the first times in the series, identify the cross-map play, as that's going to go down for Aborn.
Gave it to Aborn. I like that.
Oh, wait, Spurg does not have that EQ. Does have the flash available. He's going to have to flash away. Oh, not a great play there from Spurg.
Spurg, just leave, man. Just leave. Oh,
yeah, just leave.
God.
Oh, but Summerless bottom lane. Ooh, Aborn once again missing the ultimate. You love to see it. As the snowball is going to come in, he's not going to quite be able to find it. Great hook there from IREP, but another good hook in response by D-Brand. Anything you can do, I can do better. As Avorn does not have his ultimate, this could look good. Bloodbath and Beyond is going to Spirit Rush in. He's going to get knocked up. Good hook there from D-Brand onto IREP. He's going to get absolutely one-shot. The exhaust is onto Rookstout, not Aborn ideally, but D-Brand is going to go down to who is this? And it looks like a 1-for-1 so far. Rookstout quite deep in there. Already Spirit Rushed in. He's out of charges, but he's going to get another one back for the assist. It looks like Aborn is going to go down to the tandem of Speedy and Bloodbath and Beyond, as Spurg's going to be able to pick up a double kill on the back end of this fight.
Wow, yeah, honestly, not very well played by Blood Bunnies, but they win anyway, right? You're starting to see how hard it is to fight, especially if Aurelia is not playing this perfectly.
No.
Aurelia whiffs the R beforehand. You just got to get the hell out at that point, right? Like,
yeah.
Pushing up the lane that far makes no sense. Use your Aurelia ult. This is not a winnable team fight anymore, and all they have to do is hook out for D-Brand and then wait for his team to come. His team shows up, and Ash slows hit, and now all of a sudden you're dead.
Yeah, no, that Irelia ultimate is a 2.5 minute cooldown. It is so long.
Rook could be dead here if he gets caught. Okay.
Nope, not in too much danger. Sauce doesn't quite have that ultimate available yet, as it looks like the E is going to land onto Blood in the mid lane. He does have that flash available, plus the assist of D-Brand. He's going to be okay. Oh, here we go. The Death Realm is coming out onto Rookstout. Sauce probably not going to be able to pick this up, but he does have assistance coming in. It's going to be a 3v3. No more Mordekaiser ultimate, though. D-Brand does have that depth charge, though. Oh, here we go. Big, massive Malphite on to everybody. Death from below is going to land. It's going to knock up 3. Here comes the Zigzag. Shutdown going to go to the Pike. Pike is just going to clean house in this fight. No one has flashes. It's going to be a double kill to him.
Yeah. That was really poorly played by Lost in the Sauce. Waste the ult at I think the worst possible time on the Nunu, then doesn't press for a kill. Like at the point where you're using the ult.
If you're ulting as Mordekaiser, go for it.
Yeah,
go in.
He walked away. He's not autoing him. He's just standing there waiting for Q to come off cooldown. So he doesn't have that passive ticking. He doesn't.
Not even emoting.
Yeah, not even emoting, right? Like do something.
Like do anything.
Waste.
He just Mordekaiser ults people in S keys.
Then they make the exact mistake that Mariachi Mullins just made into them, right? Like they
like you burn a crucial ultimate cooldown, and then you're trying to fight.
Yeah, just back up. You know, you messed up, it happens, but just back up.
Once again, anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, you know, you gotta critique though this Mordekaiser pick. That's 2 of them that have been really bad. Like, he's not looking comfortable in this pick.
It's a scaling Mordekaiser ultimate.
Yeah, it's a scaling one that you use before the fight, and then you walk up and take it.
Now, if you were Mordekaiser here, would you build Oblivion Orb, or would you build Bramble Vest?
For Kalos Dos, dude, just take both. Why not? You know, why not? Just go for both. I think there's enough healing on the other side. You could probably justify.
You can get away with both. As Blood is going to Spirit Rush to dodge out of the E. Abarn might actually be in a little bit of trouble, as Blood does have that ignite. Ult is going to land by Abarn, and oh, what a nice play there by Blood. Think he might have had him with the ignite anyway, but Spurg comes in to just slam it down on Abarn.
Spurg gotta let him know. Send a message. Spurg and Abarn on the same team for Season 2. Spurg wants to get a little payback.
Respect. Hook is going to land there on the minion for Pike. He's going to get a little bit of gold.
I think shoving this wave makes it really hard for Abarn, but I guess Ziggs is just going to push it right back anyway, so...
Yeah.
Does it really matter?
We'll see if Spurg just decides... Yeah, just kill him in it. Who cares?
Alright, he's going to back bot. So, I mean, 2 waves for the Ziggs is not bad. And yeah, big by Abron there to trade that back. That looked pretty doomed, and I think Blood maybe missed up just a little bit too far. Got caught by a turret shot or two. And did go down.
I think if Blood plays that a little bit crisper, he might just have the solo kill without even having to flash there.
Yeah, I think so for sure. I think he could have, at a certain point, just walked away, right? Like, he was so low that I think you could have just let the Ignite finish him. Or if you have Spurg, you know, from the over the top, just give the alley-oop to him, right?
Oh, nice little knock up to get out of there from IREP. As Rookstad is going to be snowballing in, but nothing's really going to come of it. And importantly, Blood's ultimate is up now. Abarn's isn't for this dragon fight.
Yeah, this is winnable. This is for sure winnable.
For sure. As D-Brain is going to get stunned out. It looks like he might just get one shot by the Aurelia. Has a good depth from below to get out of there.
Yeah, so did have
Or
to
depth
go
charge,
depth
rather.
charge, but also we got the Ziggs ult out, so it's not the end of the world. Let's see if the snowball means anything or if it's just to push him out of the river.
I think he might actually have to ultimate here. Oh no, just barely gets to that half wall and is able to dodge it.
Yeah, Blood is...
As Blood, yeah, you're going to have to ultimate there. Has to burn that Spirit Rush. And he is going to go back in. Charm does not land. Oh, the Q doesn't land. Oh, it's a comedy of errors. Ash ultimate is going to land on the IREP, but nothing's going to come of it. Spurg has to flash out. Not going to quite go down to the Ignite, but flash ultim. IREP is going to take him down. Oh my goodness, another flash Malphite. Blood's going to go down. That's going to be the dragon. Holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, that was really bad by Blood. I mean, Blood had like 3 opportunities to get a kill there, and he missed everything.
Oh, Roman Zilla with a vengeance with the flash Malphite. Like a bat out of hell.
Roman Zilla with a chair, dude. You gotta love it.
The turret is going to go down to that satchel charge. D-Brand just going to go down for really no reason.
Yeah, I think maybe forgot what Ziggs does. Ziggs
Yep. Oh my goodness, flash ult there from Abarn. Not going to land. Great flash there from Speedy in response.
Really good flash. I mean, he knew exactly where he needed to go. Didn't get caught by a what would have been a certain death if he.
And then he misses cannon.
Yeah. You know what?
Can't win them all. Can't win them all. It looks like he's building towards either that Gale Force or that Kraken Slayer.
Yes.
I'd imagine Gale Force, but you need Kraken to deal any damage in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know though. I feel like Gale Force is so high value versus Aurelia and versus...
Oh, for sure. Malphite, Nunu, Pike,
yeah.
everything.
Got it, by the way, big shout out to IREP on the Pike ults. He's, I think, hit everyone he's attempted.
Yeah, he's been pretty on point so far.
I don't know if he's missed them, which at least for me, that's a tough ability to hit, but you know, everything is these days, so we will see. But yeah, he's looked solid on the Pike pick. It's not like one he's known for, so really well done.
Pike ultimate, I've played a number of ARAMs with it. It's deceivingly difficult, as the hook is going to land onto Spurg. Bromanzilla might be a little bit caught up here in the top side. Doesn't have that ultimate available. Will this next charm land is the million-dollar question. It does, but it doesn't look like he's in any real danger. IRIP is going to get ulted here by the Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser finally has no fear. He's just going under the turret. Going to smack him down for a 600 gold shutdown. Well played there by Sauce.
Yeah, so one of the downsides of Pike printing as much gold as he does...
Oh, here we go. Nunu just snowballing in. Looks like he's going to have at least one. Yes, Sauce is going to get knocked up by the snowball. Malphite ult into on Spurg. Spurg is going to go down. Here comes the Nunu ult. Is going to land. Going to flash out of that Jarvan Cataclysm. Looks like Abarn's going to pick up a double kill. Doesn't look like he's going to pick up any more of that without that ultimate up. Hook is going to land. It should be a charm landed in sequence, but Blood must just not have had it up.
Yeah, no Ash ult either, and yeah, so Speedy being here. Meanwhile, we have a split pushing Ziggs in the bot lane, able to inner turret. That's a lot of gold. Solo over to who is this? He's going to be a monster, but what I was going to say there, IREP, one of the downsides of Pike in the environment is you print so much gold, you actually trigger these bounties really quick.
Yeah, it's already a 6k gold lead.
Yeah, so that was a 600 gold bounty that went over to...
Lost in the Sauce.
Lost in the Sauce, who played that really well, by the way. Finally, a very good ult. If we do get your answer to your
already
question, by the way.
Third tower going down for who is this? He is making quick work of these towers with the Ziggs pick. As Rookstad is going to get picked up by D-Brand. Not the most ideal, but they're getting an objective bounty anyway for their trouble.
Yeah, this is not Rook's series right now. He's having a rough time, but, I mean, better this game.
Oh, as the Ziggs ult is going to come out. Isn't going to quite kill D-Brand if he activates that W. Yep, he will not die to that burn.
Either way, very good. Stops the back. It's going to slow him down quite a bit. Spurg, do not go for this.
Yeah, Spurg. I'm
Do
not a
not go for
huge
this.
fan of what we're looking at.
Mid is being shoved in.
Spurg has just been on these 007 style missions this
Yeah, I don't
series,
know what
man.
he's doing here. There's no way you could fight this.
He just EQ'd over the wall. Actually, they've got a nice little 2v2 in the top side. As Blood, it looks
Oh,
like, is
Blood.
going to solo out IREP. Last ultimate charge in. Ultimate is going to land there for Abarn. Doesn't have that second charm yet back up. And it looks like in this top side, Bromanzilla is just running for his dear life. Doesn't have that ultimate available, but it looks like we do have support coming in from Irelia and Nunu in the river, so he should be safe.
Yeah, I think Blood could have maybe outplayed that. Flash over the.
Irelia ult?
Yeah, he spirit rushed through it rather than flashing over it. I think if he flashes over it and then spirit rushes away, there's no way Abarn can grab those in time. But still, really well done to get the kill onto the Pike. Obviously, you're sad you don't get the kill on the top side as well, but you know, get something back, right? 1-for-1s at this stage of the game when you're down this much gold, that's good. You
Yeah,
take
it's always good to trade when you're behind. And
Yeah.
Abarn having this massive shutdown, but no Merc Treads means he is very susceptible to being caught by this Ash Hold, the Nautilus Q, the Ari Charm. There's just many ways that this champion can die now.
I gotta critique that Tabby's buy. I think that's awful. I think that's really bad here. I mean, who are you realistically building that for? Ash?
As here we go, the EQ is going to land onto IREP.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's why you held Flash?
that's why we held Flash.
That's,
Not the best flash there from Blood.
that's not it. It's a tragedy. Blood has not looked
Yeah.
comfortable on the Tari.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it's his champion, as another Q is going to land onto Sauce here. It looks like he may be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to pop that ultimate onto Rookstout.
Yeah,
He's going to be fighting him in the Death Realm. The Q is going to miss, though, not dealing too much damage to him, as he is going to go down by the end of it. Absolute Zero comes out, but a nice Malphite R onto two people. This fight isn't too bad for the side of the Dads, though, as they're getting a nice little fight so far, as that's a double kill for Who Is This. It's already a 2-for-2, but Irelia is still full health. Pike still has his R on reset. Might look for a flash R on to Spurg for a kill. That's a triple kill for Who Is This. Hook not going to land, but it looks like the EQ is going to land. Ultimate in to execute Spurg, and that's going to be a clean ace.
Yeah, I think, did he get 2 with that ultimate there? That was a lot.
Oh
How
my
much gold
God.
did he just print?
I think he just printed around 900 gold.
Oh my lord. More inflation than, I'm not going to say it. You don't have to put it.
Zimbabwe currency.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That was a lot of gold and a huge team fight win. Almost a 10k gold lead for the side of Mariachi Mullets. This game's starting to look like a stomp.
Hey, don't worry, they have the objective bounties on now.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you play for those. But what I will say is we get the Ocean Soul, which is
Your favorite?
probably, yeah,
Good
you know,
stuff.
this is the absolute best soul for
Oh, if you're the Mariachis, yeah, it's
You
the
love
absolute
it.
best soul
You
you're gonna
love
got.
it. This is so good. This makes the Irelia so much more capable of team fighting in this environment. It makes Mordekaiser ult basically useless too. Like,
It also makes it to where Irelia doesn't run out of mana. She's perma-queuing.
no, yeah, she can do anything she wants in these fights, and her ability to sustain becomes so much more or so much stronger with the Ocean Soul. Obviously, everyone's does, but hers especially is gonna influence when and where she can deal damage in these fights. So it's really big here. And also, if you've ever played Mordekaiser into it, I mean, he is taking, you know, maybe you do just have to go fucking double Grievous Wounds, right? Because like, there's gonna be so much healing.
Yeah, honestly, you can warn it this game. If they
Yeah.
get this Ocean Soul,
Yeah, just get it everywhere because there is so much healing. And if you've ever played Mord into Ocean Soul, it feels miserable because all of a sudden you can never kill anyone in your ult. Like, oh.
yeah,
okay.
it's just, yeah. It's getting away from them at this point.
Yeah, seems like they've kind of had enough here. Maybe a little too late for them. They're falling asleep, making just bad mistakes. You know, they look so coordinated. They've got to pick on Joa.
Oh, but that is a very nice pick onto Rookstout. That's very good, so they can't just go instantly pressure the Baron that I thought they were going to do.
Yeah.
Well done by them to get that pressure, get that kill. Charm is going to miss there by Blood, but the Q lands.
I don't know if you saw him. I might be able to give him the pass on that. I think.
Yeah, I think that was blind as Q lands onto Blood.
Actually, stop.
Nah, oh, but not going to get that ward because of that Q landing. Well done by IREP.
Yeah, good stuff, Ira.
Spur going to clean up this Raptors camp and just try and get any gold he can. We are now at a 9k gold deficit as opposed to 10.
Yeah, this is, you know, it could be worse, right? Like,
It could be worse. Very
you gotta
true.
look for a pick here. Honestly, I think you get some of these bounties back and maybe it's playable. I can't believe Pike doesn't have a bounty right now. After how much gold we just saw him print, I mean, he printed like 1,000 gold there. Like that was a lot of gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check the ultimate as the Baron is gonna be started up by the Mariachi Mullets. There's no real vision of this. Brumenzilla does have that ultimate available, so he can really zone everybody. D-Baron just trying to get in there to get a ward. Baron's already at 4k. They've got to get a ward in there ASAP as they know it is being DPS now. They know it's at 3k. Ult is going to land, but it's not onto Spurg. This is going to make it a 50-50 for Baron. Nope, Rookstown able to use that Q smite to perfection to get that Baron as he's going to go down in the pit as it looks like Speed is in a 1v1 with Irem. He's going to win out, but oh my god, here comes Aborn with the flash ultimate, just cleaning house on the back line. Aborn's picking up a triple kill. Sauce is in a 1v1 with Rook. I don't think he's going to be able to win it. I think Who Is This is just going to be able to take him down. Looks like he's coming for that quadra kill, but it looks like Sauce is just going to go down. Bouncing bomb lands. That's going to be overall a 4 for 1. Oh, I'm sorry, a 4 for 2. Plus Baron.
Hero play by Aborn to go over the wall. What actually was a kind of competitive fight there. I have to critique Lost in the Sauce. Going over and solo ulting Nunu there instead of holding the ult. You have that ult on the Aurelia. Aurelia actually can't do what it did and wipe your team, and that looks way closer, I think.
Yes.
So, I really haven't loved the Mordekaiser ult usage, with the exception being on the pike to stop the hook in the topside play, but really every other one I've kind of scratched my head at. It's not looked very comfortable here, and I think while the draft idea was good, their comfort on the champions is really something you got to call in question because it is not looking very good for Blood Monies.
No, it's just looking like this Irelia pick, this just bruiser that can just heal infinitely is like their Achilles heel.
Yeah.
They just don't have an answer for her.
Yeah, they got. It seems like they got nothing, and I think their comp is actually a good answer to it. I just think they're playing the fights poorly. Like, and now they're too far behind, right? So it's starting to look unbelievable. And if the Ocean Soul is taken, they're really too far behind. But
Yeah, Death Stance for Irelia. I don't know how you even begin to contest this Ocean Soul if you're the side of Team Blood Monies.
you gotta just maybe go, just walk for it.
I mean, it's going to take truly divine intervention as it looks like Blood is looking for a pick onto Ira, but he's just gonna get Malphite Art. That's the end of that. Ira picks up a little bit of extra gold for his troubles.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go down.
Yeah, no blood here. This should just be an easy soul. There should be almost no way, barring Spur getting in and maybe getting a miracle smite off.
Maybe a Ashholt cross map steal?
You gotta hit someone and then get the AoE.
Yeah, I'm at a loss. This is just really, really brutal.
Let's not fall back to plan A so quickly. So, yeah, this is
oh, is Ira looking for something? Just eating over that wall very aggressively.
Yeah, he's using the fight for goal. Actually pretty well. If you kind of go for stuff like that at fight, the champ is just so freaking awful.
And yep, that's just gonna be the Ocean Soul.
Oh, right. Who wants to watch Aurelia go in, do a ton of damage, take 0, and then spam Mastery? Because that's what we're about to see. That's the preview. There's gonna be a Malphite. I'll call it for you right now. There's gonna be a Malphite ult, and Aurelia is gonna go in.
You don't need a crystal ball to know that either.
Yeah, there'll be a Malphite ult that'll come through, and Abarn will dash in behind him, and
here we go. The Spear Rush coming in, looking for a pick on the Rookstout, and here we go. Big
Malphite
Malphite art on top of the Zigzard. They're getting melted by this DPS again. Oh no! Sauce is able to shut down the Irelia even with the Ocean Soul. Irep able to trade a kill back though with his ultimate.
All right.
So far, it's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, I cursed the hell out of him there. I don't know what just happened there. Yeah, that's big.
Great caster curse as now Blood Monies has life.
All right, I don't know what just happened there. I don't know how Abarn got popped so quick, but
what an ultimate there from Irep to pick up the kill on D-Brand as it looks like he is going to go down in the end. As yes, Speedy is going to be able to pick up the 1-for-1 kill, so that's very nice for him. Get a little extra change in his pockets. Oh, and a great flash charm. Who is this? Maybe caught out. No Ash ultimate available. Bromenzilla acting as a front line. This is a 3v3 that I think is losing for the Mariachi. Sorry, winning for the Mariachi Mullets. But I think there's a chance. No, here comes the teleport. This is going to be a 4v3. This could be their way back into this game as Sauce is coming in. The big E is going to land onto Who Is This. He may be a little bit caught out. Spur getting chunked very low by the Hextech Minefield. The ultimate is almost going to take down Bloodbath and Beyond as they're both one shot. Sauce is just in a 1v3 and he's doing his damnedest, but he just doesn't have the damage.
Yeah, Mordekaiser is a very damage over time oriented champion, but still this You know, versus
Oh
Rook,
no,
it's also
Speedy.
good,
Oh
but-
no, Speedy.
Oh, Speedy.
Oh no, Speedy, run! Run, Speedy!
Right,
Oh,
there
he's
it is.
gonna get taken down by A-Barn plus the snowball.
Yeah.
That's not where you wanted
Oh!
to back, buddy.
Wait,
Oh, please! Zilla! Tactical nuke incoming! Ah!
No!
The double kill! Oh, that was beautiful, Zilla. That was beautiful.
That's how you port flank as the mouth fight. That's a
Oh my
monster.
god, that was excellent to watch.
You gotta love it. My
Oh,
neighbor's
D-Ray
going
gonna
nuts.
get poked out by Ziggs. That has been my favorite moment of
it
the series
right
by far.
Oh my lord! What an alpha port from Zilla. Seeing the flag, I'm port behind that.
You could see the terror and blood in Sauce's eyes when they knew what was gonna happen. They couldn't do anything about it. 'Cause that's gonna be the double in him gonna go down. Do you even back and take Baron? Do you wait for Elder? At this point, it just feels like you're BMing by not ending.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just the Baron, right? Like you get the Baron, you go to the top, the game should be done. I don't know that they can find a fight to do this. Like I said that before, but it's getting hard, you know. Unless Abram somehow magically gets popped, I don't know if there was a bug there or something because I don't know how he dies there, but
Yeah, maybe it was like a visual bug or something, and he didn't
Yeah.
actually die. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
it was confusing. But I know there was no Aurelia on my screen, and that was weird. But I don't.
Oh,
think it's
D-Brain gonna get hooked out. He is quite caught.
Doesn't
This
have
is
flash.
not looking too good as the Pycar is just going to execute him out.
Yeah.
He's gonna go down. Oh, Sauce just able to dodge out of that Pike hook using the blast cone. Speedy gonna get a little bit of poke in as now it looks
no.
like Spurg. You're finally gonna get found out for your antics. Oh no, he's able to EQ out of there. Here comes the Zigzar. It's gonna land on the blood. Nice charm on the Sauce as it looks like Spurg is gonna be dying to Avarn here on this backside. As no, he's able to EQ out. Flash Aurelia ult is gonna kill him though. Sauce, it looks like is going to be able to kill. Who is this? Yes, he is finally going to take him down, but that's just going to be a delayed ace in the end. Triple kill for who is this, and that's going to be the game in the series.
Yeah, that's the game, and awesome game from the Mariachi Mullets. Bounce back after a very one-sided game one to get two pretty convincing wins back-to-back. Gotta love it off the back of Avarn's Aurelia and some awesome Ziggs play out of Who Is This, as well as great gameplay from the supporting co. This was awesome to watch.
Now, this was a fantastic series to watch from start to finish. I absolutely love watching this series. It was back and forth all the time. Even in the games that felt like stomps, they felt somewhat competitive in terms of getting shutdowns and getting back in the game.
Yeah, you know, you could tell both sides really didn't want to give up. Having played on actually both of these captains' teams, you practice with them, they don't allow FFs because it's like, we're going to get into this spot at least once, and we need to know how to try to play from behind here. And, you know, I feel that, right? Like, you can tell, you know, twice Blood Money's got too far behind and had to battle back. And then Mariachi Mullets in game one got pretty far behind, but both sides kind of put up a good fight and gave it their best. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah, and unsurprisingly, Who Is This and Abarn topped the damage charts yet again.
Yeah. I mean, no way that they really couldn't. Who you thinking for MVP here?
You know, I was just going to ask you, obviously, the obvious answer seems like Abarn. And, you know, who else would we give it to?
Yeah, I guess I'll tolerate talking to Abarn a little bit.
A resentful Abarn interview is what we were going to go with.
All right, give us Abarn. Yo, Mr.
Hello, Mr. Abarn.
Abarn.
How are we feeling after that 2-1 comeback?
We are incredibly hyped. The energy is palpable within the team. We're just having a great time. And
That's what you love to hear.
yeah, we're ready to keep taking that to the next couple weeks.
Yeah, you love to hear it. You love to hear it. You popped off obviously 2 games in a row with the Aurelia. How did it feel to get that champion, and were you expecting to get it in game 3?
Well, you know, we ended game 1 and it really didn't go the way we wanted it to. Some misplays and some unlucky, and then I kind of just ended the game and I said, you know what? I'm not feeling so good. What would Tolson do right now? And I decided that Tolson would pick Irelia. And
No, I think you would.
Does that mean you're going to be quitting week 4?
Yeah.
No, that was just for this season. You'll never see it again.
Oh, okay.
Just this week, rather.
Oh, what a bummer. What a bummer.
Absolutely.
Man, okay,
So,
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, no, Bully, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so obviously game 1 goes down. You guys have the vein lock, rough early game, especially the 2v2, and you turn around and lock in the Ziggs both games. How important is that pick for you guys going forward?
Without giving too many strats, it definitely plays well because
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff, like you guys saw us play the Tristana last week,
Yeah.
which is something that we're probably going to keep playing. I tend to do generally pretty decent on AD mids, and who, despite him being incredibly pog, can play like 2 champions total. It was important. I will be honest. If I'm Blood going into game 3, I ban the Ziggs.
Yeah.
I know people are calling for the Irelia ban. I will say the only reason I'm picking Irelia is because we're enabled by AP in the bot lane. I think the Ziggs ban has to go first. You kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Fruge, you got anything for him?
Yeah, so Blood obviously hailing from the top lane. Were you expecting any like wonky mid picks from him, or were you expecting like stuff like the Ahri that you got to play against?
No, I mean his champion pool is actually incredibly predictable. Just by watching past drafts and by watching, watching what he's showing on OPGG. Like the thing with Blood is that he's always going to demand, counter pick. If he doesn't get counter pick, he's either picking TF or Victor, which we were prepared for both. If he gets counter pick, he's picking either Kassadin or Fizz or like debatably Zed or Yone. Like it's literally a flowchart you can build, and I think we were sort of prepared for all of it. That's why I didn't expect it. I will say the Vlad was that was the only one that was a little bit like it didn't show up in our charts. They were talking about it in Discord today, which I thought was really funny.
That might have been bait, yeah.
Yeah, it might have been. I mean, I thought it was fine. Again, the reason that game went the way it did was because Spurg really just popped off and played an incredible game and kind of showed his pressure there. Luckily, we were able to prevent him from doing that game 2 and game 3.
Yeah, that leads me, I guess, to my next question here. You guys obviously got messed up pretty bad in the 2v2 game 1, and then again in game 2. Were the picks for IREP there in particular designed about like maybe easing some of that, giving him the Pantheon, giving him the Pike, so maybe he can come up and help in some of these skirmishes? Or was that just IREP saying, you know what, like give me these champs, give me some agency, and I'll just carry the game?
So what IREP pretty much literally said was, they're not like if we want to and we don't want to take fights, like it's really easy for Ziggs to just sit there and wave clear. Like give me things I can roam on and go. You know, he's not going to get 2v1 in the bot lane while I'm gone. Let me go basically impact the rest of the map. So that was the Pantheon, that was the Pike. And I would say, you know, as those games went on, they turned out to be exactly what we wanted them to be. Our game 2 beginning was a little sloppy, but we certainly turned it into a good game as it went on.
Yeah, no, great stuff overall from the team. Do you have any closing thoughts? Any shout outs you want to throw out?
Shout out to Broman. He's been having a couple rough days, and he kind of came and focused and did what he had to. He did what we needed him to. You know, who is this? Is literally the quiet carry. Anyone who knows him, he literally like he'll speak like 2 words and he'll like quietly go 2 and 1. Joa kind of griefed game 1, and then he came back and like was the sort of team leader that we needed him to be. So I really appreciate the mental there. You know, and then finally, IREP is he's just insane. The guy's an animal. You can't control him. You have to let him pick what he wants, and you just play the game around him, and it tends to work.
Very true. Well, that's gonna do it for me. Bully, do you have any closing thoughts, comments, concerns?
Nothing to say except thanks everyone for staying up with us. We had a little bit of a late start, but I hope you guys had some fun. I know I definitely had some fun, and it was an awesome series.
Thank you all.
Yeah, no problem. Well, I think that's about gonna wrap it up for us here at TCL. Next match will be this coming Sunday. It will be Team Verd versus Team Vrail. I could not tell you who the 2 team names are, even if I wanted to.
They're absolute messes of names. So
the names are a bit wonky. We'll get them down sooner rather than later.
What's a WinCon and then what Monty?
Oh, Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
That's it. Yeah. Okay.
So Team Wob versus Team MPH.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But yeah,
Good.
Bully, you have any closing thoughts?
Nope. Just awesome series. Great to cast with you, and had a fun time.
Yeah, I had a great time too, man. Thanks for casting with me. Well, that'll do it for us at TCL. Thank you for the teams for playing, and thank you for our producer Droid, and hope you all have a good night.